I don't know if it's I don't know if it's Windows or if it's OBS, but most of the time when I reboot my computer, like the audio setting in OBS for the microphone just forgets that a microphone even exists. It has the option of just disabled instead, and then everything just like pops up that way. Why can no technology be simple? Yeah, that's about how I feel right now. But yeah, welcome in everybody to the next episode of Final Fantasy VII Bird Braising Edition. Welcome on in Caltrix. Welcome on in King. How y'all doing tonight? And yeah, sorry about the thing. Because I could have sworn I saw like the bar going up when I was talking earlier, so I thought it was good to go. But then I checked it again after you mentioned that you can't hear me. Although, not gonna lie, the typo of the car I can't hear him kind of confused me at first. But then I was like, oh right, typos, yeah, the cat. Yeah, you can't wait to still not know what's going on. Actually, tonight is gonna be pretty simple. We're just literally gonna be catching birds, raising them, mating them, and getting special colors so we can actually like traverse the world easily. Erlen yelling into the void in a disconnected mic. You know, you're not wrong. Not even a little slight tad bit. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the game started up. So yeah, I did get some like basic understandings of how the thing works. Yes, that is in fact how we get the golden chocobo. And I forgot to turn the controller on. Friggin'. Can you tell I've been streaming for 5 years? Not an ounce of unknowledgeness of anything. Not even a little bit. Alright. So, I guess they're both kind of about the same time, but yeah, we'll go this. Okay, so... yeah, so obviously I'm going to be using a guide because I have no recollection how to actually like start most of this. So in order to get the Great Chocobo, we need to go to Great Chocobos. Did around the farm, Chocobo lure, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I think we need a good and a Great Chocobo to start, if I remember correctly. Yeah, your drawing is definitely going to take a break in the abstract imagery dimension for now. That's where my drawing has always stayed, just in the theoretical this might exist in some dimension that is not this one. When you move the Chocobo into the apparently, a Chocobo's gender is determined when you move them into the stables from the little paddock thing outside. It's not actually when you catch it. That seems weird. Okay, so just make sure. Yeah, here's our 2 Chocobos must be of opposite sexes. That part's obvious. So, good Chocobo. Wait on. Where do I start even here? In order to get the ultimate Chocobo, we need to go to Great Chocobos, and they serve as our starting point. Great are preferred. Yeah, the one hand is going to be your undoing. It's always the hands, just straight up. I mean, even AI continues to have issues with hands. And for kind of a lot of obvious reasons, there's so many different like positions and angles that a hand and figures can be in. It's just, there's really no real one consistent way to be able to draw them. Okay, so found on the tracks east of Gold Saucer. I gotta remember how to pilot this thing. You're just so mad you got one perfect? Hey, it gives you something to focus on and kind of replicate. Okay, so Gold Saucer was over this way. Also, I did find out a little bit more about the Fort Condor thing. Apparently, the rewards that you get for completing each mission are based on how many consecutive missions you get without skipping any. And there was like one that offered like a theoretically kind of cool like accessory, I think, but it was absolutely nothing important, so it's not even actually worth trying to fully go for. Okay, so... now, part of the thing is that the Gold Saucer is technically not on the map. So Corel is here. We would take that over to the Gold Saucer. I'm guessing there should be some tracks somewhere in this direction. Yeah, because unfortunately the guide I have does not include maps. It's just a text guide. That's gonna be way too far east. Unless maybe it's meant to be like right where the prison is. Would kind of make sense. So we'll go here and then we head east. Where are the tracks? Okay, here are the tracks. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch 2 Chocobos from each region just to kind of make sure I actually get a chance for like a good and or great one is appropriate. Let me make sure I have the proper material on first. I think it was a purple? Yeah, it's purple material. Magic plus. Okay, we need somebody to replace an existing. Time, restore, Odin. Because Odin's so much closer to leveling, we'll swap Kujata out for the Chocobo lure. Yeah, I kind of want to post what you have so far and ask for pointers, but also having artistic anxiety. Let me... We'll talk after stream. I can show you, like, my old DeviantArt account, which is still existing, and I can show you the quality of my art, which was, I don't know if quality is the right word for that necessarily, but... Yeah, I can kind of show you a little bit of kind of like the same boat I've been in whenever I tried to get into art, stuff like that. Go, gadget, pixel minus. I don't know what term I went for there. It just, I don't know, it felt right at the time, I guess. It was beautiful. I mean, there was one piece I did of I think it was a character named Seriana or something like that. I forget the exact name. I was actually kind of proud of how that piece came out for the most part. I did kind of draw myself into a kind of corner where the only position I could put like one of their paws was like in a little thumbs up position, which wasn't the intention, but it still kind of worked out. But yeah, it's not exactly going to be winning any art show awards anytime soon. I also need to make sure I have the right Chocobo lure equipped. So I know I got a second one that's not going to have as much AP already built on it. You actually couldn't tell that was unpixelated for a second? Yeah, the pixelized redeem does have like a random value assigned to it as far as like how much I get pixelated. I think that one was like the minimum pixelization rate. So if you watch it on like a phone or something like that, yeah, it wouldn't have been very noticeable. And then there are times when it can get so low bit, you can literally count how many squares there are, even by watching the screen at like a tenth the size of a cell phone screen. It's got a decent range to it. Oh, we almost got the one to balance on me. Yeah, let me kind of take a look at the guide here, otherwise get some other notes. So to do... So great Chocobos are usually preferred. Good Chocobos can be found on the tracks east of Gold Saucer. Because I remember it specifically had to be like a great and a good to start, if I remember correctly. If you get a box to become a hat, you win forever. I would agree. I've had one that stayed balanced for like almost a second before it just like fell off. But part of that's also because I usually kind of move my head around by some like natural movements anyway, and it kind of like shakes it off, stuff like that. Okay, where are the Chocobos? I know they exist. I did equip the materia, right? If it turns out I didn't actually equip the materia, that would totally be within character. Oh no, 36 damage. Despawns after a certain amount of time. I think I was set to like 7 or 8 seconds before it despawns. But yeah, it would like fall off long before that point even arrives. They're not exactly meant to be stable on a moving model. That's not what I want to check. I think I gave it to Barrett? No, you have... Wait, who did I give the... Oh, wait, it was a purple. Okay, I did give you the Chocobo lure. Is that the... I do have a second one. Oh, that one has a lot more levels on it. That makes it a lot more likely. Come on, I am literally on the tracks game. Give me Burb. Tifa doing the Tifa dance. Dude, where are the encounters? There we go. Where are the Chocobos? I'm actually getting concerned. On the plus side, I am getting slowly more kills for every character so they can get the limb breaks faster. Although I guess not having Cloud here is going to make that a little more annoying, so we're not going to get his any faster. Maybe I need to be on like the different tracks. Maybe there's like a weird... Nope. Why am I not getting birds? It's not because the high wind is in the way, is it? That'd be incredibly stupid, but also not surprising in the slightest. These enemies are quick kills. Yeah, let me move the airship out of the way, just in case that's help or part of the reason. I highly doubt it is, but the box was the encounter. It's the super secret boss. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. Now, where did I put... Oh, okay, I have near top. Good. I'm gonna hold off on this just in case. Okay, I didn't know how... Oh! That was a delayed delayed kill. Yeah, any pointers would be greatly appreciated. Unfortunately, I don't have any hints I could offer. Okay, so I need to dismount and then send to stables. Yep. I like how the sending back to the stables is the default option. I will say I do have at least one friend I could kind of direct you to maybe get some art tips from him. Like I said, post stream we can do some chatting about that. Next, they're also a streamer on Twitch. I should just heal Barret. I'm gonna be like so friggin' distracted by it otherwise. The fact that he's at like half health and nobody else is basically full. There we go. I was gonna say there wasn't a lot of healing, but I guess Tifa is technically under levels, so that really shouldn't surprise me. There we go, number 2. Same enemy even. Tantalizing greens. Okay, now we got 2 of these burbs. And Great Truck Wheels can be found by Rocket Town, or the odds are quite low according to this, or Mediel. Where's Mediel? A town in the jungle on the very long island south of the eastern continent. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get this Chocobo sent over. Then back. Okay, so... Town in a jungle on a very long island south of the eastern continent. I think I know which island they're talking about. This island right here. Now, so where are the tracks? Well, that's Midgar. Have to be right here. There we go. The Long Island. Also, first fight is Chocobo. Let's heck and go. Oh yeah, I forgot about the counterattack. Yeah, if Tifa's Limit Break didn't hit a random target, that would make this so much better. But unfortunately, I can't quite use it yet. There we go. Well, one Chocobo there. Hey, level up, let's go. So Chocobo is just the rare encounter creature? Well, they can only be encountered if you have the Chocobo Lure Materia equipped. I don't know what the actual encounter rate is supposed to be theoretically. I don't know if it like varies from spot to spot, because I know it does also get affected by the level of the Chocobo Lure Materia. It also took quite a bit of damage. Let's resolve that. Yeah, I think it's kind of generally like an uncommon encounter. Not quite rare, but not really common either. Unless we just have to get all the luck in the spot, which apparently we're getting tonight. Oh god, now there's 3 of them. And you have no actual offensive spells. You have Flamethrower, I guess. I don't know how much it's gonna do, but let's try it. Let's try... Actually, Fire 3, because you're not really high level yet. Oh, that hardly did any damage. You might be better, because you're properly leveled. The Creature feature. Featuring the Creature. I kind of like that tagline, honestly. Yeah, you can just, like, bonk the other one, I guess. You can do... That's still doing very minimal damage. I do not approve. Come on, beat the bug. Oh, that's perfect. Let's heckin' go. Okay, that's our 2 chocobos there. Ooh, Versora leveled up. Let's go. Also got an ether out of that. That's cool. Alright, send you back to the stables. The chocobo theme is kind of like your last few brain cells. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how long is the chocobo gonna actually stay on the map? Actually hung on for quite a while. Yeah, the chocobo theme is just such a good jam to begin with. It's a good vibe, as the kids say. Okay, so I think I need to go to the front to actually interact with the chocobos themselves. Or... no, maybe I talk to Billy for that. Yeah, like the Snurp battle theme from Miitopia. I still need to like, look into that again. How much does Miitopia cost on the Switch? Okay, so... moving? Which one are you gonna put in the stable? Pretty average. No. Let it go. Yeah, let the pretty average chocobo go. Pretty average. No, you don't need average. Let it go. Let it go. Not bad. Okay, I want to look up a separate tab. FF7 Chocobo Braids. If I could spell correctly, or if the touch tree would actually work right. I think that's talking about the not the racing. I mean, I guess technically it's the racing. In the stable. Good chocobos walk briskly. Great chocobos run steadily. So I guess they'd have to be just walking in this screen in order for them to really show. Okay, none of them are actually what I want then. That's annoying. I think you can only have like 4 chocobos in the little field there at a time. I want to say 60, but you actually can't remember. It's apparently 50. That seems a bit much. Then again, it is Nintendo. They do like to have full price for all the first-party games. Can't really be surprised by that. I guess maybe we should just focus on... Actually, maybe this little guide thing here is going to be better. Animation becomes based on the walking class. B class, wonderful, would just walk. Same as a B class, weak. That's not right. C stand, B's walk. Wait. Yeah, let's talk about the base game here. Maybe if I go for this page instead. Catching. Don't care about the nuts right now. Pull down stats. Yep. Don't care about any of that. That's not a good guide either. Let me just go back to the main thing I was looking at before. Yeah, it's one of the few you say that's worth the price. There's potential for infinite replayability is a good thing for you. So I know like one of the problems for me is that I'm not the biggest fan of like handheld versions of consoles, and that does kind of include the Switch, because it's not super awkward, but it's still a little bit weird for me to like hold and play like as a handheld. And currently my capture card is not functioning correctly, so I can't really play it on like my through my computer monitor either, which is the other downside to it. Okay, so starting chocobos. 4 average, so-so, good, great, and wonderful. Yeah. Which both chocobos are opposite sexes. Must boost their stats to give them a chance to win races. Okay, so I guess the user greens also increase their stats for racing too. That's... I don't remember if that was a thing before or not. Yeah, this is not going to be very entertaining, I'll admit, so please stick with me. My forgiveness. Okay, so good. Yeah, on the tracks east of the gold chalker. Oh, it actually tells you what encounters will actually give you a good chocobo usually. Okay, so you see one with a harpy or in the back row with flat beats. Okay. So let's go back to the good chocobo then. So back to the gold saucer. Gonna go in proper order and whatnot. Fair enough, King. Have a nice, have a nice everything. Okay, so back over here. This is at least the first starting point. So I think it was, yeah, right here. Let's try this again. Okay, so we need with either flat beats, chocobo in the front row, or Spencer's. Apparently we need to go to a gift store. Okay, I think that's what we want. No, not potion. Panto greens. Being the only person here, so be it. I appreciate the dedication. Okay, so this should be our good chocobo right here. Ow. I was trying to see how many greens I had left. Okay, so that should take care of the good chocobo then. Well, the problem is I do need to make sure I had like the right gender as well. I think what I'll do is I'll send this one back since we know for a fact this one's good. I'll probably catch like 3 of the next one to make sure I get like the correct opposite gender at that point. Then by Rocket Town or Medial. Medial, look for chocobos with spiral enemies. If they appear alongside anything else, they're not great. Okay. Imagine if I just read like one more sentence into the guide, I would have gotten this information at the appropriate time. Yeah, I think probably for anybody who knows how the actual like chocobo raising and breeding and sequence, like all that goes, they probably know it's gonna be like this for a little bit. Yeah, if nothing else, I've been your proper gateway to the furry community? Really now? That's kind of cool. Oh, okay. Can I finagle this? What is the timing? Yeah, got the double yeah. I'm the first to interact with? Wow, I don't think I even have words to respond to that with. That's pretty heckin' cool. It is an honor to be your entryway to the furry community. Yeah, I did see you got to meet another friend of mine, Demi, already. Demi's a good heckin' bean. Actually, I've been kind of meaning to go through my my recommendations list of other streamers on my Twitch page because I need to make sure that they're all actually like still streaming properly. Yeah, YouTube randomly recommended me to you, and you're not disappointed. Yeah, I kind of wish I knew like how the well, I don't think I could really do anything about it, but I do wish I knew a little bit more about how the Twitch or the YouTube algorithm works, so I know just like how it actually like kind of get my videos more out there. And I'll admit, like, my YouTube, I'm not really focusing on that as, like, being a big, like, necessarily eyeball gatherer. It's kind of mostly just to be, like, a storage space for all my previous streams. Just in case anybody wants to, like, go back and see the history of things or for whatever reason. And apparently we lost all of our luck from before. Because now we're not getting any fights. Actually, can we get a steal? So, no steal yet. Steals me from a Tenchio? Tenchio is also a good heckin' bean. And in fact, the theme that we open our streams with, that was actually made by Tenchio too. So yeah, a very highly recommended bean as well. Okay, X-Potion is actually not a bad steal. Are you, like, defending? It seems like you're taking a lot less damage than you should be. Also, everybody's dying. People need to stop dying. No, we're gonna go with Beta, because they have a lot of health, it seems. Can I manip you? I hate how barrier stops healing. That is so stupid. Okay, that's good damage. I also might need to stock him on tents at some point. We're probably gonna have to be kind of resting a lot, especially in this area. Do I need more healing? Yeah, Red could do a little bit of healing. Red, the enemy proceeds to perish. Yeah, I still love how Beta is basically like a nuclear weapon. Okay, so... Okay, what am I looking for again? I'm looking for them with spiral enemies. These are not spirals, so this is not a good chocobo. You do so much damage. Why? This is not heckin' cool. Yeah, if you don't give them a green for a certain amount of time when the combat starts, the bird just runs away. And in this case, we're fine, because that's not the one we were looking for. Actually, I'm guessing the spiral enemies were the ones that were doing, like, the roly-poly stuff in the last fight. Why do you hurt so much? Ooh, something leveled up. Running way too fast to even notice what it was. You totally weren't going to suggest unaliving it? I don't think you typically can, because usually chocobos have like a whole boatload of health. So you'd have to actually be trying specifically with like the, maybe, I think maybe if I use like a beta, I might be able to maybe take one out, but yeah, I think they have a lot more health than that. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for Barrett. In fact, the next time we get a chocobo that's not supposedly one of the good ones, I might try to do a sense on it to actually find out how much points it actually has. Because I'm kind of curious. I don't think they give a lot of like XP or AP or items anyway, so they're kind of not good for that.
You get the drink from the...
Sure, I can do that. I'll try to do that while also continually moving. Oh god. Oh. Yep. And thank you for the hydrate. I really should be doing the seal before anything else. So we can do that 2 more times before I need to get more MP. Ooh, Comet leveled up. That's always good. How much AP are we actually getting per fight here? Maybe this has like an accidental benefit of being a good AP farm spot too. I think that section up there is probably Gungaga. Actually, we could just rest there and sit. Oh no, the high wind can't land in forests. We'd have to just walk like, hello, Sunny Griffin. You have anything cool? Nothing to steal. Gotcha. Level 2 Confuse? I feel like that's gonna be an enemy skill I can learn. So nothing to steal. How much health do you have? Hippogriff, 3,000. I think if I just do a couple of those, that should be enough. To like use the limit, but not actually like destroy it. Yeah. Well, I could have done a lot more than that actually. Holy crap. I'm trying to manipulate. It's not quite ideal at this point, but we'll go with it anyway. Although, that does use up one of my beta uses, but oh well. Oh, now he's flying. Can I attack from this point? Oh, now, okay, now I can't attack with melee. That's interesting. Yeah, at this point we're gonna try to force the manip. Hey, you also remember this morning that I should name a character from your world? Who isn't from there, so they're like isekai'd into there, basically? That's kind of cool, though. Okay, are you just not manipulable in general? That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. If you have an enemy skill, I would like to be able to learn it. Leave Barrett alone. No, that's not what I want to do. Oh my god. Have to be extremely careful with the control stick. Okay, I'm starting to think he's just not manipulable. Ow. Yeah, for what it's worth, if I don't learn like level 2 Confuse, I'm not gonna be super annoyed by that. But yeah, this is getting very annoying. We'll give it one more attempt after this, and if he's not manipulated, we're just gonna destroy him. Okay, one more try. Okay, obliterate. Anger max. Get turreted. The best part is I literally cannot tell how many hits that actually does, because the numbers just kind of overlap in such weird ways. You will do a little bit of healing. We had such good luck with the chocobos before, but now we just can't. And it's gonna really suck having to get like 3. Actually, I might just go back to Gold Saucer and focus on more good chocobos after this. That seems like it's gonna be a lot easier. And okay, that's the one we want to get. I wonder if I can just like toad these guys. Nope, they're probably immune. Yeah, but Aaron was the catalyst for you to walk beyond the world, so there's a cool parallel. Nice. I love when just random coincidences happen to work out so well like that. Okay, one down. Yeah, we're gonna be using a tent anyway, so may as well just go all out. Just in case the thing doesn't die in time. Which it should. Hey, I did it. Let's go. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and go through the good chocobos, because they're gonna be a lot easier a lot easier and quicker, and a lot less resource draining. Okay, so you should be good then. We'll use a tent. Yeah, you got some very rare Banshee tears? I do not know of which you speak. Is it just like a fruity beverage of some kind, or is it like an alcoholic drink? Oh, Food Metopia, gotcha. I was gonna say that sounded really unique. So I know there have been like actual like energy drinks called like Health Potion and Mana Potion back in the day. I never found them as like very good tasting personally, but I know they existed. And actually now we can limit. Yeah, I did it naturally. Let's go. I'm good at this game. No, another thing I kind of want to look up now while I have the thought of it. To do FF7 PC version fast speed. Does this have a thing for that? To do Final Fantasy VII has never had a fast forward on Steam as far as they know. Only on the PlayStation version. Dang it. That's unfortunate. Well, it's holy time. You max leveling your cleric. Insert angelic choir here. Okay, so my first question about Metopia. Does it have a job class system where, like, with a single character, you can be any and every class throughout the course of the game? Or can you only pick, like, one class per character? Yeah, I'm out. Yeah, without spoiling, there is a point you can interchange classes. Can you interchange among all classes in the game? Or, like I said, is there like some kind of like limit how many you can pick? So I do know there's been at least a couple like MMOs I've played in the past where you can get basically 2 classes overall. but you're still like limited to like those two, and couldn't really go beyond that. Actually, trying my work on these guys because they're low enough level. Save myself a little bit of MP. So is that a yes to every? Okay, once you change them, you can freely swap between. And then we are talking about all classes, because that's kind of like the main thing I'm asking about. Because if it's a game where you can choose or swap between any and every class in the game on the same character, that gets me interested. Cause I like being able to have like a billion different classes I can try to focus on, like maxing out and stuff like that. It's one of the few completionist things that is still kind of like is heavily instilled in me. Okay, you we definitely want to keep because you're actually a good one. Yeah, though it's a mechanic toward the middle of the game. That's fair. Just as long as at some point you can do like anything and everything. That's all I need. Yeah, we'll capture one more Chocobo just to make sure we have at least the best chance of getting the appropriate genders. Yeah, we should probably be good now. Actually, you know what? Heck it, let's just go check now. My brain just cannot comprehend the idea of pressing the A button to go forward instead of up. Rip my singular brain cell. Alright, let's see how well we did. Yeah, the game actually forces your main character to change classes at some points? Really? Interesting. I would assume then that when you do have the required class change, they give you a chance to, or at least they kind of scale the other enemies down in the middle of the way. So it's kind of a gimmick of the game. Okay. My intrigueness is increasing. Okay, please give me the Great Chocobo first. Moving Chocobos. Which one? I mean, good's not bad. So there's a good Chocobo. Put it in. Give Chocobo female. Sure, we'll just call him Chalk. Reds, welcome on in. Hold on, let me do the thing.
What is a raid? An adorable little pile of cuties. But enough talk. Welcome on in.
Welcome on in, Rez and Raiders. How y'all doing tonight? There goes my bottle cap. Yeah. Okay, bottle cap saved. But yeah, welcome on in, Rez and Raiders. How y'all doing tonight? For those who don't know who I am, my name is Aaron Jevlith. I am a silly little cat doing silly little things on the silly little internet. Tonight we are pretty much dedicating our entire stream to effectively just finding, breeding, and racing chocobos. Because my goal is to try to get to the chocobo or like the gold chocobo by the end of the night. I have no idea how viable that is, but that's my goal for tonight. We're literally just starting off with this and stuff like that. So yeah, Rez, I know you were playing 10-2 earlier. How far have you gone along in that one? Is there? Oh, I will go ahead and do that. But yeah, is your torture on the verge of ending yet, or do you still have a ways to go? Don't believe him. He's actually cute too. Oh my gosh, a cutie called me a cutie. You beat chapter 3 of 5. Hey, you're halfway there. Let's heck and go. Congratulations. 2 more days should be it. I believe in you. You can do the thing. But yeah, let me go make sure I give everybody a proper welcome. Welcome on in, Scary Me. Welcome on in, Captain Kerbal. Welcome on in, Rez. Yeah, thank you so much for the heck and raid. And yeah, if you need to do any like post-stream self-care stuff like that, if you need to like go get food, go get some sleep, or just whatever you need to do, feel free to go ahead and do that. And just thank you again so much for the heck and raid. We're just gonna be here kind of vibing and doing a whole bunch of like burb related stuff. So if you like burbs and you like racing, this is gonna be your stream for tonight. Okay, so we have a female good. Great. Okay, is this gonna be a male or is this gonna be a female? Perfect. You love birds and racing. Well, this is the place for you. You have to start early on Saturday? I feel like starting anything early on a Saturday is like a crime against humanity. No, we'll have Cho and Choke. So those will be our 2 chocobos that we'll be working with. Okay, so since we have our appropriate chocobos already, let's go ahead and... I'm a crime against humanity? Acceptable. Yeah, this one we'll let go because we already have our combination that we need. Okay, so now... I don't need that tab anymore. Okay, so we have the correct genders. And with the chocobo, You also need a total of at least 3 carob nuts during the process. I'll worry about that later. Alternatively, you can buy carob nuts at the Gold Saucer's Wonder Square, but they're a, quote, significant waste of GP, apparently. That's why he's a cat. Oh god, I've been found out. Help! Alright, so you must boost your stats to give them a chance to win races. Silka Screens will be your main tool. I think the kid sells Silka Screens. How much do you sell them for? You do not sell... Okay, where do I get Silka Screens? Silka Screens... Oh god, they're 2,500 gil a piece. Okay, so... You have any mastered all materia? I do have one master materia of some kind. I forget what it is. I have mastered seal. That would give us a lot of money. That's actually another kind of easy one to master too. I think it's only like 2 levels. Sure, we'll get like a bunch of money through this. Yeah, everyone is a bean to you unless they hurt you or your friends. Then they're prey. Yeah, fair. Yeah, beans are the best beans. Also, make sure I didn't miss any messages. So chapter 5 stream will be insanely long. I am so sorry to hear that. Apparently a 9-foot tall twink dragon is a cutie. It's what's in your heart. It's not what you look like physically. All right, so we can't get what we need here. So we need to find the Chocobo Sage, which I forget where they're located. Chocobo Sage. Chocobo Sage, Chocobo Sage. Yeah, so far this guide is not very well defining where the Chocobo Sage is. Also, if anybody happens to know the process or like a location for anything like that, by all means, feel free to blurt them out at this point. This stream is specifically like guide as much as you like. Because otherwise I'm going to be looking at my phone like half the stream, and I know that's not going to be super exciting. Chocobo Sage location. Small manor southwest of Nibelheim. Okay. Hey, you don't know anything about Chocobo stuff without a guide? Honestly, fair. There is kind of a lot to it. Okay, so small manor southwest of Nibelheim. That should be on the western continent. Hey, let's stick to being holy in the meantime. Do what you must. And bonk the infidels. Okay, so Nibelheim. So Nibelheim should be around here somewhere. Okay, that's Cosmo Canyon. Okay, that's Corel. That's Rocket. Oh no, this is Nibelheim. Southwest of Nibelheim. I think I do remember seeing the house before. I thought we were southwest of Nibelheim. Oh, hey, bridge. More bridges. Yeah, this dragon is going to cleanse the earth with the power of friendship. I think they made a show about that. Where is... Is that Cosmo Canyon? Yeah, that's Cosmo Canyon. Okay, so why can I not seem to find the house? It says like on a small manor southwest of Nibelheim in the Nibel region. Oh wait, you find them after completing the introductory parts of chapter 11. Wait, start in Nibelheim. After starting Nibelheim, head south. South of the town. Okay, so it's straight south, not southwest. Theoretically. I'm assuming I can find him at this point, but I'm not actually fully sure. Okay, so I know this is like a end game item with a bunch of, or end game area with a bunch of items, but actually, I guess we could go there now once we get the gold chocobo. Yeah, I'm not seeing. I don't think any of this is gonna be it. This is like way too far off the beaten path. There's some chocobo tracks, but it doesn't really help me right now. So many bridges. Do the bridges help at all? Oh, I think that's Wu-Tai. Okay. I am not doing Wu-Tai quite yet. Yeah, Cleric also has a move that has a chance to just remove a non-boss enemy from the battlefield. You still get experience for that enemy. Because I know most games that have like an ability or a mechanic like that usually means you don't get any like rewards for the enemy either. Which makes me not a fan of those. Yes, isn't you don't get experience? That kind of tracks. Yeah, maybe we haven't done enough in the story yet. It's also possible that this is actually not Nibelheim. Like, this should be Nibelheim. Oh, you do get experience. Okay. That's actually kind of cool, then. This is Nibelheim, right? Yeah, this is Nibelheim. Oh, they're... Okay, the result I found was for Rebirth. That's why it's not making sense. Located among the mountains on the northwest continent, just north of Bone Village. Okay, where was Bone Village? I think... Oh, they said northern continent, so I think it was over this way. Yeah, this is the problem with having, like, so many different versions of Final Fantasy VII, is that you try to do a search for the base game, you get, like, muddled results from everything else. Yeah, it surprised you how gamer-friendly it was when you first played. That part actually wouldn't surprise me, given just how kind of Nintendo is in general with their games. They're kind of meant to be more for those who just play as more like a casual kind of thing. Okay. Among the mountains on the northern continent. Ah, here it is. Oh, it's unusual for people to come to such an out-of-the-way place. I can't remember how long it's been since my last guest. Who are you? Me? I don't know. What? You don't know who you are? Well, it can be brutal just like the Kirby franchise? I don't remember Kirby being like super like hard to learn or anything like that. It's one of those where if you want to play like with like high skill level, that definitely does take a lot of work. But as far as like the basic mechanics, it was pretty simple from what I remember. But then again, I've also only played like a handful of Kirby games, so that could also be it. Been a while since I gave it any thought. What was it they used to call me? Oh yeah, they used to call me the Chocobo Sage. That's right. Right, that was it. The Chocobo Sage. Who would forget that? Now what can I do for you? Tell me something? Okay, Soka screens. When you want a Chocobo... ... Wait. When you want to breed Chocobos, or just when you want a Chocobo? What is that as a description? You wish the Chocobo Sage looked like this guy in Rebirth? That would have been cool, because I know they made like Bugenhagen look almost like exactly like he did in this game, which was kind of amazing. I actually don't remember what he... Was he just like a regular old guy in Rebirth? I remember him just being like kind of relatively standard looking. Like a slightly fancy like get up and rope stuff like that, but that's kind of about it. Does it say how many I need? To do... Soka screens would be your main tool. Also farm guild, don't care about that. Each Chocobo should be fed 10 Silka screens. If you feed more than that, just throwing Gil away. Okay, so in that case, we might need more for later, so I'll get like 25. Oh god, that's like almost half the amount that we just... That's more than half what we just sold the materia for. Oh! Oh, another enemy skill. Okay. That one can go in the pile with the others. Alright. Now that we got that settled, so we need to feed each one 10 of those greens. Burb. The Burb's influence is growing. Alright. So then, feeding. Silkus. So, choke. Oh, I love when we can feed him more than one at a time. That's actually perfect. Let's second go. So 10 for choke. Speed plus, stamina plus, intelligence plus. Feed chocobo. It is to grow big and strong and tasty. Eventually in the last part, but not in the course of this game. I wish the text loaded a little bit faster in sections like this. Okay, so we just fed it to choke, so now we just need to feed it to cho. Also do 10. All the pluses. Alright. But then I think at that point we can start racing. Once that's been boosted, it's time to race your chocobos. You only need to win 4 races between the 2 chocobos, but I usually prefer a race to be a good chocobo to A class and a great to S class. Note that both chocobos will almost certainly lose a pitted against Joe/Teo. You don't need to win 4 total races, not 4 in a row. Okay, so it is winning races. You're gonna eat by pixels? As long as you do so with sufficient amount of ketchup. That's all I ask. Beep, beep, boop. I think this is like 1 grade lower on like the bit scale rating than we had the previous time. But yeah, it is definitely amusing when it goes like the actual lowest possible rating. Okay, so there's the prison. And then Corel is right here. We do have plenty of money where we can get the lifetime thing into the gold saucer as well, which is nice. I'm kind of tempted to do some battle score while we're here right now, but I want to wait until we get Cloud back later for that. Because so far, Cloud has been like the best our mage character of the main crew that we use, and I definitely want to utilize that fact. Yeah, and also there's a random chance of some random guy being like at the back of the house over this way, and he can sell you, I think it's like 1,000 gil for like 5 or 10 GP, something like that. Dio? What do you mean close this for a while? Just being should be open at a time like this? You son of a... Are you freaking kidding me? Well, I guess I can't do chocobo races then until I get Cloud back. That is heckin' dumb. Yeah, this would be funny if you could somehow make your mic get more bit crushed as the pixels are lost. I appreciate the idea. I appreciate the consistency and I appreciate the theme. I would probably not be able to listen to a stream like that myself, so I don't want to subject other people to that kind of effect, is the way I would look at that. Yeah, so I know there are some people that have like the voice tuner / changer thing. They go like the really high pitched stuff like that. Stuff like that, I cannot listen to those. My head literally hurts when I hear that kind of stuff. Like even as a person I'm like really enjoying watching and listening to something like that, as soon as that comes on, I'm just like, Okay, so I guess we just have to go back to, I think Mediel is where Cloud was, and where we could do all the story stuff. Also, I think that's where we bring the Mithril if we wanted to give Eris her ultimate limit break, but we can't exactly do that anymore. Okay, at least we have a good starting point for everything. Can we land here? Yes, we can. Let's do a save just in case of shenanigans. There we go. I know that there are several missable things you can miss here if you're not careful enough. I just need to see if I can actually like find them all. Well, that's an interesting choice of music for what? Little Burb! It's a baby chocobo. Chocobos ignore humans who don't look like they'll give them greens. Really? I would give you all the greens, Burb. Just give me a chance. Welcome to the charity store. Wait. Okay. Okay, that's a good amount of slots. Yeah, let's go ahead and get the weapons for the characters we can equip right now. We do have plenty of cash for it. I mean, that's not terrible. I wish I could see the full stats on it. Yeah, Wizard Bracelet just definitely no. Okay, so you have... Okay, you do have expanded slots on this. But that is a massive attack increase. We'd have... Honestly, MP Turbo is kind of not useful on you because you're not very good with magic to begin with. So let's give you time back for there. And we don't need Chocobo Lure anymore. We'll give you Luck Plus there. And then we'll give you your other weapon. Okay, you already have the full thing. Yeah, this is pure upgrade for you. And again, mostly pure upgrade. Actually, you get slots out of it. Hell yeah. Do I have anything I could combine with this that would be cool? I could add an element to his weapon. I don't know if that'd be actually useful or not, though. Yeah, you watch someone do a horror stream with auto-tune? Horror stream with auto-tune. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, actually, adding poison to my attack would be kind of cool. Wait, does that work? Is poison poison is an element, right? I think it is. Okay, poison is an element, perfect. I was like, can I go in here? No, I cannot. Yeah, it was definitely more fun for the viewers. I can definitely imagine that. His screams were made into music? I'm not sure how I would feel about that. Just, like, I mean, I would definitely be curious about it. I'd hang out for at least a little bit just to find out what it's like, but yeah. Okay, I was certain there's gonna be a hidden thing back here. Wait, hold up. Aha! Looks like a key. What do you mean let it go for now? Something stuck deep inside looks like a key. It's hard to get out. Just let it go for... What do you mean let it go for now? It's a key. Of course it's gonna be useful. Get it now. Accessory store? Okay, nothing super useful, actually. Yeah, you love the Chocobo theme song, but absolutely will drive you insane for a while. I mean, unless you're the type of person who can actually listen to a certain song for literally hours on end, and I'm talking about me here, like, I'll tell you my story. And also, welcome on in, Jesse. How you doing tonight? So, my story is... Around the time the Undertale came out, and like everybody was like learning just how good the music in that game was, I actually spent 3 straight hours at work listening to just Megalovania on loop. And I never got sick of it per se, but it's one of those songs I don't necessarily like seek out anymore. But yeah, that's how much I listen and love the song, stuff like that. But yeah, you think your great aunt made you all cousins and aunts do Chocobo racing and breeding first since you all enjoyed it so much? Either by yourself, it's maddening. I mean, when you're doing it for the first time, I think then it's still like pretty good, like good and fun and cool to listen to. If you're doing it on like repeat playthroughs, then I could see that getting a little more kind of grating after a while. So that one I'll definitely grant you. Okay, now let's get some more tents. They're actually relatively cheap at this point, so sure. Also, I love how this town is supposed to be like everybody's depressed because the world's about to end, and yet all the stores have like super happy music. Yeah, it depends on the song for sure. I think Megalovania is your least favorite, especially in Genocide. I can kind of understand that. For me, it's just one of those songs that I just love the energy of the song. It's kind of like close to how I think composition would be done for like progressive metal songs. Is kind of the way my brain looks at it, which I think is probably why I like vibe with it so much. Although another one that is very high in my rankings, probably about the same as Megalovania. Oh crap, what was it called now? Battle Against a True Hero. That is another one of my top favorite songs from Undertale, and it is. I like, nobody talks about it, but it's an amazing song, and I wish people actually give it the credit that it deserves. Yeah, overall, you're right. Overall, how am I? I'm doing well. I'll be doing even better tomorrow once I get to start my weekend. But no, we're hanging out Final Fantasy VII. We're doing the thing. I'm hanging out with friends. Tonight's a good night as well. Yeah, you for some reason decided to do Genocide twice. So I did Genocide, I think, once, and I basically stopped the playthrough immediately after finally beating Sans. I did not actually go like all the way through. I watched YouTube videos for the rest of the story at that point. Battle Against Drew, you think is probably, if not your favorite, close to it? Yeah, because that one, not only is it the music just playing good, it's perfectly thematic, and just the build up from the intro to the main song is just it is a masterpiece, every bit as much, if not more, than Megalovania is. Megalovania is fun. Battle Against True Hero is just straight up a masterpiece because it syncs with the emotions of the battle as well. Just it's perfect. You never finished Sans? I think it took me like 20 or 21 attempts to actually finish them off. And then, yeah, I watched a lot of runs before then, so I kind of had a good idea of what was going on beforehand. So I kind of had that as a leg up. But yeah, it took me a while. It is kind of fun to like overcome like a super difficult challenge like that, even if you only do it just like once. What's the matter? Are you all alone? You got lost, didn't you? Separated from someone you love? Silly thing. I guess it's been about a week now since you washed up here on shore. Poor pokey-headed young thing. Pokey-headed? It was really sad, but weird. He was holding this really long sword. I don't know, the whole thing feels unlucky to me. But the amazing thing was those weird blue eyes. What? You want to see your fastest with 17 attempts? I feel like that kind of tracks if you at least have an idea what's going on and a general idea of how the game works. Also, I did know that ahead of time, the trick of like when you have the section where Sand just like throwing you up and down, left and right, and all around, just like constantly. If you, I don't know, I think before that section where he's like constantly changing what direction gravity goes, if you hold down all four arrow keys, you'll always perfectly jump out of the area in time. So you can actually like make that entire section like not even a thing. So I didn't know about that trick before, which helped. Yeah, Battle Against True Hero also syncs to the action. Yep, that's part of why I say it's part of the masterpiece. It's just the positioning and timing of everything. You think you're also burnt out by the time you got to Sans? True Hero took you forever and just never finished that run on your laptop? I can understand that because, yeah, Undyne is also a very big, very big, like, progression wall. And, well, the thing is, there's only, like, really 2 fights, honestly, in Genocide. And it kind of makes sense for them both to be, like, intense, high difficulty ones. And yeah, I know for me, like, I always had trouble with the trying to figure out where, like, the arrow's gonna go during, like, the defense phase. But yeah. Wait a minute. What did you just say? Excuse me. That person you were just talking about. Yeah, villager found him a little ways down the coast. About a week ago, I think? Poor kid. He must have drifted from somewhere pretty far away. Cloud! It must be! It's Cloud! You sure? Over here. So, where is he? Is he safe? Where is he now? Yeah, up ahead there, at the clinic. He's alive! Cloud! Cloud's alive! Cloud! Yo, Tifa! Wait. Why do you use the word halt? That's way too proper to be using in a case like this. Now, it also doesn't help for the game that if you don't attack, you just straight up aren't progressing. That is one thing that did kind of get to me, especially during the Sans fight. I feel like I didn't notice it as much during the Undyne fight for whatever reason, but like Sans especially, that's where I noticed it the most. Especially when you get to the section where it can actually damage you in the menuing. That's where I especially noticed it. Red is a good boy. So, so the part that I will always have in my headcanon is that when you're at, like near the end of the Midgar section, and I think it was Rufus who was asking like Hojo, who was asking who everybody is. You know, you had Barrett saying Avalanche, and then Aerith is like a local flower seller, and then And then Red gives like the perfect response for what he is. Lab rat dog. Yeah, Red is a lab rat dog, and he is the best lab rat dog to have ever existed, straight up. But yeah, he's kind of like a dog / lion mix, I think. Yeah, like kind of lion, kind of also doggish, kind of the ways like his like body structure is. But he's somewhere between like a canine and feline, basically like that. Cloud! Hey, you barged in here like meteor was crashing down or something. I'm sorry, but I heard a friend of mine was here. A friend? Oh, that young fellow. Don't worry, he's next door, but his condition isn't good. Here? Over here. Cloud! Oh, Cloud, I'm so glad you're safe. Huh? Cloud? What's wrong, Cloud? Cloud, what happened to you? Mako poisoning. Quite an advanced case. It appears this young man has been exposed to high levels of Mako energy for an extended period of time. Yeah, Wiki says, a red lion or wolf-like beast of a unique species. That seems too academic. That description is like too soulless as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, in my heart, he'll always be a lab rat dog. Just straight up. He probably has no idea who or where he is now. Poor fellow. He can't even speak. He's literally miles away from us. Someplace far away where no one's ever been. All alone. Doctor! This is bad. I was like how for some reason part of Barrett's head is like transparent right now. How horrible. Barrett makes ambiguous noises for a few lines of dialogue. Hey, I'm trying to keep within the theme. If you're gonna do something, do it right. That's my motto. Cloud. Let's excuse ourselves. Listen, would you all mind waiting outside? But we're friends too. How dare you kick out Team Avalanche? You love doing voice acting, doing stuff. I wasn't expecting to have as much fun with it as I have been, as I like do more gameplays as time goes on, stuff like that. Especially with like just certain characters are so fun to act out to. Why? What do you want me to do? Please, Cloud. Talk to me. Tell me you see me, that you can hear me. Tell me, please. I made it this far believing in the memories we shared. This isn't happening. It's too cruel. Oh, Cloud, Yeah, that's kind of one of the beautiful things about doing a voice acting in your head, that it always sounds exactly the way that you want it to sound. You're not limited by like your own actual vocal cords, stuff like that. But there's something about actually like bringing it out through your own like physical like body that makes it just sound so much more fun and cool too. Yeah, he's doing it out loud for a while for some people. Yeah. I actually don't know if I've ever done it for just like for people like locally. Dang! Holy crap, welcome in, thank you for the raid. Well, let me do the thing.
What is a raid? An adorable little pile of cuties. But enough talk. Welcome on in.
Welcome in, Deglion and Raiders. How y'all doing tonight? For those who don't know who I am, my name is Aaron Jevlith. I'm a silly little cat doing silly little things on the silly little internet. Tonight we were doing some Final Fantasy VII, and we were trying to do some like chocobo racing and raising and stuff like that. But apparently we're part of the story where we can't do the racing part right now. So we're trying to like kind of move our way through the storyline so we can get back to the raising more of the burb, stuff like that. But yeah, how was Final Fantasy I guess Lightning Returns is like the main name thing. But yeah, how was 13.3 tonight? I know I hung out there for quite a while, but I kind of missed like the last portion of it because, you know, kind of obvious reasons. But yeah, I hope you had a fantastic stream. And if anybody needs to do any like post-stream self-care, like you need to like go get dinner, or just food in general, you need to go get sleep, or just if you need to do anything else, by all means, feel free to do what you need to do. And just thank you again so much for the raid. Yeah, Jesse is good with their throat. Phrasing. Yeah, didn't mean like Loka just didn't want to take the spotlight? My brain is dripped on the structure of that sentence. Yeah, on what evidence? I think we'll have to present the evidence in a different forum for reasons. Yeah, a cool school of bark sharks and friends is approaching to give you boops and head pats. You know what? Head pats? Yes. Boops? No. Boops are illegal. Yeah, it was fun. We finished the desert region, hunted a few monsters into extinction, and ended on hunting all the Schrodinger cats. So there was a question I wanted to ask about the extinction thing. Oh yeah, so are there any downsides to like extincting all the monsters in that game, or is it just like only benefits? Or that's like I'm kind of wondering about for the most part. Just run with your hiatus. We're trying to make it all about you. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, but yeah, no worries in that one. My mind is suddenly all over the place. Yeah, whatever is your voice acting skills, of course. Naturally. There are so many things I could say right now, and I don't think any of them are actually like appropriate for stream, so I'm just gonna heck and move on. But yeah, like I said, if anybody needs to do any like post-stream self-care, by all means, do what you need to do. And thank you again so much, Steggy, for the raid. But yeah, let us go back to the sadness of Cloud. You appreciate me? I'm such a... I can't talk. I have lost the ability to English now. Thank you, Jesse. So what about him? You know, Cloud. I'll say it again. He's got Mako poisoning. I've never seen a case this bad. An immense amount of Mako-drenched knowledge was infused into his brain. It's a miracle he survived. No normal human could have. No wonder. After falling in the live stream and being washed up here. You know, it's actually a really great slogan. I could kind of see that for certain kinds of video games, honestly. I mean, honestly, you could almost kind of attribute that to like a game like Undertale, honestly, or actually like a lot of games really apply that too. Yeah, benefits are you get their exclusive loot, which is super great usually. There's a quest that requires you to beat all of them anyway, okay. But no more monsters mean no more EP generations, so your game will be accelerated as you can't use chronostasis as much anymore. So I thought like by defeating them and you could get EP from them to be able to extend that. Was I incorrect with that train of thought then? Because I've only played like a little bit of the first 13. I've never touched any of the games after that, so I have no idea how they work. But remember, the light of hope can be found anywhere. If you give up hope, what will happen to him? Yeah, I'll be back looking here at much love to my friend, to be a stranger. Yeah, by all means, Jesse, you're always welcome here as well, and I'm glad to hear you're doing good and enjoying yourself. And enjoy your heckin' lurk. Yeah, that'd be the name of your stream if you did Age of Calamity. Yeah. Yeah, defeating them gives you EP, so no more monsters means no more EP, other than from bosses or day resets. There's still so much background knowledge I don't have, so I don't even know like what further questions to ask on that one. But yeah, so defeating them gives you EP, but then, so does the enemy not being extinct also give you EP somehow? Is that correct? New great stream severely underrated. So many compliments. Jesse used compliment. It was super effective. Hope. Hey, but honestly, man, do I really want him to come back? What did he do for the world? What can he do for us from here on out? He may be nothing more than Sephiroth's shadow. Is something wrong? No, nothing. Nothing at all, Doc. You go for crit, this kitty cat. You rolled a natural 20. Then another natural 20 on the crit confirmation check. Ellipses. You okay? Yes, I'm sorry to worry you all. There's something I want to say to you. I don't care about anything else. Only Cloud. I want to be by his side. Yeah, that's probably best. For Cloud, and for you. Yes, that's best. I'm sorry, everyone. Especially now. Now, Keith. Why are you apologizing? We'll come back again and check on you. Do your best, Tifa. Take care of Cloud. Right. My streams are awesome. It's the algorithm and other factors that get in the way, but it doesn't reflect how great you are. Why am I getting I can't even English. Why am I giving compliment combo tonight? They're coming from all around me. I can't block them. Oh, and Tifa, I don't like asking this, but are you sure he's really your friend and not Sephiroth's shadow? Huh? Well, that is... No, I'm sure of it. Yeah? Okay then. Sorry for asking. We gotta get back to the High Wind. Yeah, there's actually like, it was like what, like Monday or so, if I remember right? Because I know you had like a comment on one of my videos and you like, I think followed my stream like that very night as well. Yeah, it's like the one time that YouTube has actually brought somebody into the actual like the Twitch fold itself, which is I still think kind of cool. Yeah, you can get all the EP you need to delay the end of the world significantly by beating up monsters. Getting rid of them means you can't get more EPs, so that means you can't delay the end of the world further and are locked in. So it's basically just the amount you can push back is just straight up capped, is I think the way I'm interpreting that correctly. There's not necessarily like a downside compared to not extincting them. Is I think what you're trying to say? Maybe? Well, we'll see if that one brain cell has done its job. What are we gonna do now? What can we do? Huh? Ain't there nothing we can do? And don't go telling us to wait for Cloud to get better. Oh, I've got some news. Yeah, what? That you a spy? Yeah, I already told you I was. Both Gyahaha and Kyahaha are up to something. Gyahaha? Okay, how is it I know who he's referring to by those names? I think Gyahaha is Heidegger and Kyahaha is Hojo. But I don't know how I know this. Yeah, it's only been 4 days, but your first proper steps in the furry world have been good. I'm still kind of like surprised. I'm like your introduction to furry, which is like super heckin' cool. I'm glad it's been a good introduction so far. Yeah, it's a poetic and beautiful thing that they made it so you can't delay the end forever. Yeah, because like every other JRPG, especially when you get to like the almost end game, they always give you like that one last chance to do everything that you want to. Which, you know, for a person like me who does like to be like a completionist for a lot of things, I definitely appreciate that. But I do also have an appreciation for the game just being like, no, the game is going to end whether you like it to or not. Want to eavesdrop? Now then, we're faced with two issues. 1, destroy Meteor. 2, remove the bearer around North Cave and defeat Sephiroth. Any ideas? The first problem's already solved. Meteor will soon be smashed to bits. The plan is already in motion. We're collecting huge materia from each region. What? Huge materia is a high-density, special type of materia made through a special comprehension process in Mako reactors. Yeah, the one that exploded and killed like that one room of scientists in Rebirth. The energy extracted from it is 330 times the strength of normal materia. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the 13 days they gave us way more than needed to complete the game if you prioritize chronostasis over the other fancy EP abilities. Yeah, so I guess that's another thing I wanted to ask is like, can you actually get access to everything in the game if you get like all the EP on it, or do you still have to make like some decisions and you miss out on some things? In joy, there is loss. In loss, joy. Yeah, everything is just some form of karmic balance. That's a Pokemon of your world building. Yeah, that's kind of a good just allegory for the world in general as well. Depends on how efficient you are. But yeah, so like assuming like max efficiency, you have like the perfect knowledge of like every step of the guide. Can you technically get everything in the game like completed and or like I just completed? Yeah. Also, not sure who the Kiaha is now, actually. Maybe that's just Palmer. You think so? You think? I demand certainty. I don't know who that is that's talking. Maybe that is Palmer, I don't know. We will gather all the huge materia together and ram it into Meteor. Oh, okay, that's her. See, I do wish the game would give, like, the occasional, like, nameplate to let you know who's talking, because it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. Especially if you, like, aren't paying attention to the animation when the text box actually pops up and you're just like, wait, who's talking now? Okay, I think you're almost on day 4 or 5, completed 2 out of 5 major areas. 2 out of 5. Yeah, I guess that's kind of about tracks, like, percentage-wise. Okay, yeah. You're going to ram Meteor. Do you think we have the technology to do it? First things first. Right now, we've got to collect huge materia from each area. We've already collected materia from Nibelheim. All that's left are Corel and Fort Condor. I've already dispatched troops to Corel. That was kind of a bad hide or laugh, but oh well. Corel! What else can they do to Corel? And the huge materia? You mean the huge materia, don't you? I've heard about it. When our small materia nears the larger one, there should be some reaction. I'm certain of it. That's why we're using the materia power in our fight. Can't let the Shinra get a hold of the huge materia. Wonder what would happen in LR if you didn't save a single soul and just slept at the inn for 10, 13 days? That is absolutely a thing I would do. Like, after finishing my first playthrough, I would just do that. Like, the full-on that and just see what happens. I actually even did that with Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo, which normally you have to go through, like, 2 years worth of seasons to be able to get to the end of the game. But apparently the devs actually coded it in where if you sleep in for, I think, like, a week or 2 weeks, something like that straight, you actually get an early ending, and your parents are just so heckin' disappointed in you. And then you just get, like, the worst ending possible. It's actually kind of brilliant. Yeah, probably the end of life. I mean, that's gonna happen regardless, is my understanding. Like, you literally cannot stop the end of life. Although, honestly, just kind of spending just the entire, like, 2 weeks just kind of resting in bed does sound like a kind of good, vibey, chill way to end existence. Besides, when Cloud gets back, I want to show him this huge materia. He's gonna be shocked. So, what are you saying, Barrett? Even though you're always knocking him, you really want Cloud to return. I ain't saying nothing about nothing, so just shut your face. Actually, you don't even start off with 13 days? Yeah, I do remember you commenting on that earlier, where I think, like, your base day count was, like, what, 5 or 7? Then you can kind of build up to 13 days? Majora's Mask intensifies. I forget how the phrasing goes, but it's like evening of the final day. Every group's gotta have a leader. And that's me. Or at least I want to be. But I ain't cut out to be no leader. I never knew that till lately. That's what it is. What? What's going on? You've been chosen to be the new leader. Pain in the ass. Forget it. Yeah, Majora's Mask is way more chill than that. You can rewind time all you want, but here we can only go forward with a bajillion pause buttons. I mean, if you don't make enough progress fast enough in Majora's Mask, then you actually can't revert wind time, I think. Because I know you have to actually get, like, some kind of upgrade to make that work. Unless the game actually, like, forces a certain pacing of time until you get that. I actually don't know how that game works. I've never played Majora's Mask, so I don't actually know. Actually, that's another mainline game I've never touched, now that I think about it. Because I've been saying that, like, Wind Waker and Tears of the Kingdom are the mainline Zeldas I've not touched, but yeah, it actually just occurs to me that Majora's Mask is also on that list. Use it for counting towards your birthday? If that is a gift on Discord, you know what? Yeah, fair. Yeah, you got your magic blue potato flute. You get some back in time even if you run out of time? Oh, interesting. Oh. So Deus Ex Ocarina, we needed to save the planet. And who's running this ship? You. That's why you're a new leader. Ain't no one else can do it. This ship's gonna save the planet, huh? Ain't that gonna be just a little tough? Oh man, stab me in the heart. I'm a man too. Okay, I'll do it. Everybody, follow me. Alright, now here's the first job. The operation room is waiting for you. Yeah! Something about the way Sid runs just makes me smile. I don't know what it is, but just something about it. Yo, Sid! When you're ready, we're heading for the Corel reactor. Come on, leader man, let's hurry. Dude, you just told me to go to the operation room. Sid? Oh, I didn't even know you were there. I know you're all dying to talk to a babe like me, but just leave me alone. The ship makes me... You literally got my attention. If you make up your mind. Okay, does anything actually happen in here? Nothing happens here. This is like 2 or 3 times now they told us to go here and nothing actually happens. Oh, I can make my party now. Okay, now I gotta reset everything again. Oh, a double with 5 slots. Interesting. Let's I can go. So you have gold armlet currently. Actually, maybe I should have gotten the crystal armlets at this point. I don't have any of them right now, I'm just realizing. I think gold armor is actually gonna be fine enough. Or I could go for the rune armlet. Yeah, we'll get the double materia growth, why not? What do I want to give you here? I don't want to give you the ribbon because I know you'll keep your equipment later on anyway. Actually, you know what? You get a protect ring. Why not? Okay, now I need to figure out... Okay, so... First use the ones that I know aren't going to be combinable. Yeah, but you lose everything you work for in those 3 days. Link is blessed with the goddess of time and is basically under her protection until he does the things he wants to do. I feel like it's more the things he's supposed to do, not necessarily things he wants to do. But again, I haven't really played against I don't know how his character is portrayed in that one. You actually did a playthrough where you beat the temples backwards. Just grab the key out of the dungeon, made the stone tower your first clear. There's a decent number of games you can do that with, and Zelda's are usually kind of good for that kind of thing, as far as I can tell. What else? Okay, so always give characters all and restore. Let's give you Choco Mog. We'll give you... I almost feel like you should have long range by default because you use a pole arm, but... Oh, we do need steel. We need a stealer in our party. Sure, let's do a revive as well. What is your magic stat currently? Oh, your magic sucks. Magic is not your thing. Yeah, the funny thing is that the Tattle has dialogue if you skip dungeons. I always like when the developers add something to the game for like an unexpected, well, not necessarily unexpected, but... Well, what's the term I'm looking for? It's not unexpected, it's not unplanned. What is it called when the devs anticipate an alternate route that somebody can take through the game? You spend all eternity fishing if you want. I mean, for some people that'd be a like pretty cozy way to again end existence, but I don't know. Like fishing for me is mostly like too boring of a thing. I can't really like sit around for that kind of thing, unfortunately. I think I gave somebody. Yeah, I gave red poison. Do I have anything? I could do another all materia. I can't do all with common, I know that much. You already have restore all. Did I already give you time? Yeah, actually, let's put time in here instead. That way we can haste on everybody. We'll give you Kujata back. Yeah, or sequence breaking with the... Yeah, Metroid things for that. Yeah, like, even without trying in my very first playthrough, I actually managed to get the, I forget what it's actually called in the game, but like the equivalent of the X-ray scope in Dread. I managed to get that like 3 or 4 items out of sequence earlier on than the game expected me to, so I found so many other things so much more easily. And That does actually work, so you can break it. Yeah, like being able to use bombs to like one-shot Kraid. And I know there's also like a power bomb slot around the last Emmy as well. I don't know if anybody actually found a way to get power bombs into there or not, but I want to know what that power bomb block can be actually used for. Because I haven't seen anybody else be able to use that yet. What else do I want to give you? Mystify, Lightning Earth. Sure, we'll give you a long range. Why not? Actually, doesn't Barrett have a natural range weapon now? Yes, he does. I can put him back in the back row. There we go. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we can't do this still. Well, actually, no, in order to get to the gold saucer, we do need to go through Corel, so yeah. Okay, I was gonna say if we could try to go to gold saucer again, but I know we wouldn't be able to. Pilot training level 6. He's getting better. You need Metroid Prime 4, but you also want to remaster the other two. At some point, I do want to pick up the Metroid Prime 1 remaster on Switch, because you can actually use like I'm not sure what the exact term for that is called, but basically like the motion controls on the Joy-Cons, you can use that to like move around and aim stuff like that. I would need something like that in order to play any kind of first-person game on console. But unfortunately, since it's another like full-price Nintendo game, I've been kind of wary of actually purchasing it yet. One of these days I'll get it, but I don't know what day that's going to be. And an Echoes remaster would be so cool. I know nothing about what. So Metroid Prime Echoes, right? It's another part of the Prime series, I think. If I remember correctly. So Corel should be right here. Okay, so Metroid Prime Echoes is just Metroid Prime 2? Okay, I thought it was like a separate game entirely. Okay, let's go ahead and save here. So I know this is a thing that you can straight up fail if you're not careful enough. Shinra soldiers came around saying they're gathering up all the huge materia. I think they're gonna bring it here by coal train from the Corel reactor. Now we know where we need to go. Can we buy anything new in the shops yet? I know there's supposed to be like a weapon shop somewhere, but I don't remember finding it before. And Corruption is the third? I didn't realize they all had subtitles. I thought they were just like Metroid Prime 1, 2, and 3. Good to know. Okay, you have just super basic stuff still. Maybe it's after we do the train sequence that they actually start getting better better equipment. Transform materia. We could get status effect stuff, I guess. Actually, let's get some of these, because small can be really annoying for, like, physical focus characters. Okay, yeah, there's nothing really good here. Yeah, onto the reactor, I guess. Wobbly bridges, wobbly. Do you have self-destruct I could teach to Bear? Wait. How would you be able to actually teach self-destruct with enemy skill? You'd have to have like multiple enemies in like fight in order for that to work. I also don't remember the bombs here actually have self-destruct or not. You also despise Diggernaut in the Metroid 2 remake. The boss's very beak suck. Yeah, I know nothing about the... I think I did say this already, but yeah, I know nothing about like the Prime series for the most part. I tried, I think I did like 5 to 10 minutes of playing the first Metroid Prime on like little like display station at like a GameStop when I was a kid. And that was one of the times where I realized that I cannot do first person controls on controller. So I just kind of like forgot about the game ever since. Did we surprise them? Heck yeah. Boop. Oh my god, that crit damage. It's like 4 freaking K. You talk about the second main Metroid game remade for the... Oh, Zero Mission then, okay. It's been over a decade since I played Zero Mission. I do remember that one was a lot more like... Kind of like... I can't think of the proper term. It's like not quite like open world-esque, but it gave you a lot more like progressive freedom than Metroid Fusion did. There's actually foreshadowed Ravenbeak. I would say I have no memories of that, but that really doesn't mean anything because again, it's been over a decade since I played it. And I'm lucky to remember things I did a week ago. Come on, let me boop. Boop. Oh, that one. Okay, okay. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, for some reason, why did I think you were talking about like the... Yeah, because Zero Mission is literally the remake of the first game, not the second one. Yeah, it does kind of make sense where they foreshadowed Ravenbeak at that one, because it's actually by the same developers even. Yeah, I remember trying to play Metroid 2 on like the Switch Online membership shop thing. I forget exactly what it's called. And yeah, that game plays a lot slower than I remember. Not to mention having like the minimal amount of like different directions of firing missiles and stuff like that. I feel like Metroid 2 is especially a kind of a rougher play these days. When you saw him in Dread, you actually screamed. Yeah, unfortunately, I never played Samus Returns, so I had no experience with work off of that. The thing I did love is like when you're at the final like Atom Station in the game, and Ravenbeak is just revealing himself for who he is, and Samus is just like, I don't give a bleep, bang, and just destroys the entire save room. I just love how much of a badass they actually finally made her in that game. Your 100% completion actually meant something? Heck yeah. Oh, so was that like a 100% only like ending scene or something like that? So that's actually kind of cool. You guys are gonna kick your ass. Do you have anything worth stealing? Are you even a threat? Not really. I think this... Oh, right, that gives him basically a rage effect. I kind of want to leave both of them alive just in case they have like a armor I can steal. I can try to manipulate, I guess. Ooh, I manipulated him. Let's go. Still no steal. I can try to make you blind. Oh! Put you to sleep. Hell yeah. Actually makes that even better. I think I gave Sid the time material, right? Yeah, let's make everybody faster. Yeah, if I remember the illustrations during my conversation with Quiet Robe, those the Gallium Drids and Sandwich Returns, which feel like you completed the game. I remember a little bit to those. I never really focused like too much on them. Because I'm kind of a completionist, but I'm not like that much of a completionist as far as trying to get like different endings with different completion times and whatnot. Especially for just like how many there were for that game. Can I steal, please? Game? Tell me they have something good. It's not just gonna be like an ether or something. Go back to sleep, buddy. I mean, unless 200%ing the game is literally just like 8-inch cannon. I'm guessing that's a weapon for Barrett. Dagnabbit. You can 101% echoes? Is that like a dev intended thing, or is that like a little glitch you can do to get like an extra completion or something? So I'm always kind of curious are curious about like games you can get like technically more than 100% completion in. Okay, so 8-inch cannon. Guess we're safe for now. Oh, damn. Oh, it just goes right into it. Okay. Hey, you watch a streamer who 500% of the game because it had 5 different endings, so he speedrun the game, getting every single collectible 5 times in a row and went through each different ending. There are some games I'm willing to do that for. Not a lot, unfortunately. Well, it depends on how long the game is. If it's only like a couple hours, then I'm kind of fine with that. It also has the only optional boss in the entire series. I mean, technically... I guess, yeah, with Super Metroid, you do technically need to be Crocomire to logically get your first power bombs. You need to go through Bottoon in order to get to Dragon. You need to get through Spore Spawn to get to Super Missiles. Technically, you can skip Gold Chorizo in Super Metroid. It just makes the rest of the end game a lot harder and more annoying because you don't have Screw Attack. But you can technically skip Gold Chorizo in Super Metroid, so I think that would be the first one technically. Was the game Hollow Knight? No, that was Security Breach. I know that's like a fairly decently length game, but it's not like super long either. I think you can speedrun like what, a handful of hours, something like that. If I remember correctly. I remember Security Breach being like the first game of the Five Nights at Freddy's series to actually look, in my opinion, like an actual game. Like most of like the base games where just like you're sitting in the room and trying to like keep power on stuff like that. It fits the mechanical definition of the game, but for me, it's just not a game. It's just literally pressing buttons in certain patterns. And I mean, I guess I just literally described every game out there in existence, but yeah, something about just like, the gameplay of the base FNAF series, I just don't consider those really games personally. It looks like they're taking off with a huge materia on that train. You know, it's probably playing the games, the corrupted missile trooper is one boss you don't have to beat. Yeah, I don't have enough memory of most of the other Metroid games to really comment on that. But yeah, the only thing I can think of is that you can technically skip Gold Chorizo, and he is not required, because he gives you a Screw Attack, which again makes things easier, but is not strictly required. Because you can also just go straight right from the elevator room and use a power bomb to fall through the floors with the key hunters, and just progress that way. Yeah, because I know you're expected to go through that area and get Screw Attack, but you don't technically have to. I actually kind of want to do like a pseudo speedrun Super Metroid now to kind of prove that point. But, I don't know. No, you dumb boneheads! Also, I misread that word. Did the Shinra beat us? Hey, do you know who I am? I'm Sid. That's who the hell I am. Now just let me handle it. Also, that train's probably actually a Corel by this point. Crashed like 10 minutes ago. Hey, 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 hey! Yeah, I saw a video about it, and after fact-checking, it's true. I would still offer the Gold Chorizo point, because, again, you're expected to pick it up, but you don't have to. You don't actually need Screw Attack officially. How can they even drive this? Don't ask me. I don't know. What? Don't worry, I can handle this. 2 levers, one on the right, one on the left. I see. Just alternate the 2 levers up and down, right? Judging from the enemy speed, I'd say it'll take about 10 minutes. We gonna fly. Hold on tight. Wait. What is that button combination? That is up and triangle. Why is it not square and circle? All right, we're gonna jump. I figured if you can actually steal anything useful from these guys or not. I don't think I want to spend the time trying to, like, force it, though. Nothing to steal, that works. Actually, maybe none of the enemies here have anything to steal for that reason. Oh, nice, I silenced him, too. Less I can go. Yeah, I have 10 minutes to complete the entire train segment. And the timer does go through as the menu's going as well. And I think every single train has an enemy to deal with, too. Also, I think summons play through the time as well, if I remember correctly. I want to confirm, though. So 8:30. We'll do a relatively short summon. Wait, I can't even cast it? Oh, wait, he's silenced. Never mind. Oh! Okay, I definitely don't want to have him go into rage here, then. Okay, at least he's not healing them. Actually, haste seems kind of a good thing right now. Actually, you can handle healing. That sounds like a really good idea, actually. Dagnabbit. Well, now red silence, too. Friggin' hell. We do not have Cloud back yet. No, he's still being, I figure that he's still being Mako poisoned right now. Okay, you I can probably do my rage against to be fine. Let's do a quick heal with you. You can go ahead and limit. Yeah, we actually just left Tifa with them now, so she's not a member of our party either. That's why we have Sid with us at the moment. I should probably save the healing for out of combat when I don't have to worry about, like, animations or anything. Also, that did a boatload of damage. Let's I can go. Oh, yeah, you trademarked Thick Sword today? Trademarked? You got me curious on that phrasing. No, not Materia. I didn't think he sucked that much. Oh, not really? Oh, okay. Yeah, I actually be kind of intrigued about, like, what the actual process of that would be like. Mech bird. Okay, I need to give him, like, electric materia at this point, then. Because it seems like all we're going to be dealing with is robots. Yeah, but you brought up there's the short sword, the long sword, and the broadsword. So where's the thick sword? I mean, isn't that technically what a broadsword is? It's, like, extra, like, wide and quote-unquote thick, stuff like that. Also, you could make an argument that a greatsword is already a thick sword. You did not mention a greatsword in that list. I have literally the worst loadout for red right now. I should just be using Shrine. That'll probably be doing so much more damage, honestly. Adjusting lance can also technically be a thick sword. I mean, a sword usually implies the idea of, like, slashing something. Whereas a spear just, like, is like a boop. It's like the most violent boop you've ever heard of. There's some damage. Why are you still not dead? How dare you not be dead? Let's do that again. The boop to end all boops. Why are you still alive? Freaking hell. I'm gonna wait for the heal to go up. Actually, no. See if I can actually, like, get an advance of it. There we go. That's more like it. Yes, Rez? Or as I should say, Rez? Yeah, I'm giving you thunder and lightning instead. Because apparently we need that right now. That should be good. Hello, Rez. How you doing? What the? You guys! Alright, hand over the huge materia. Shit, whoa! Oh yeah, now we fight just a regular dude. You know what? Are you freaking serious? You know what? Oh, that heals. Oh, that's actually perfect. Let's heck and go. Who's driving the train? That's the neat part. Nobody is. Just saw somebody make ASCII out of the cat face out of cat faces? That's kind of cool. You got guts coming after me. I'll never forget you. No time for that now. We got it going, but how do we stop it? I know already. Just shut up and sit tight. If we keep this up, we'll crash right into North Corel. Let's see. If we use the levers alternately to accelerate, it should stop and move the levers up and down simultaneously. Simultaneously? Okay. Wait. Oh, right. Hey, it's not working. We're gaining speed. Shit, the other way? Just watch out. Hey, hey, hey! Whoa! Shit! Aggressively cat faces. Boop. Receive key item, huge materia. Let's heck and go. I did the thing. You sure are brave. I'm impressed. You guys are really something. Aren't you the ones that stopped the Shinra train? The Shinra is just about to destroy our lives again. It might be full of junk, but this is the only home we got, Barrett. Of course. We're all born and raised in the coal mines. No matter how tough it gets, our hearts burn bright red like coal. To hell with Meteor. We're coal miners, aren't we? We'll dig a deep tunnel and hide from the Meteor. That's it. Hey kid, how about giving these guys the fighting? How about giving something to these guys fighting the Shinra? I can word. If I won't accept boots, can you take them then? I offer you all the boots then. I got it out of the well. Isn't it an amazing rock? Ultima. Let's heck and go. We are so giving that to Cloud once he gets back in the party. Must have been a horrific battle. You have scars all over your body. I already talked to the inn's owner. Today you can rest for free. Only today? I literally saved your lives and your home. I think it's worth more than one night of sleep. Freaking cheapskates. So here we go. Alright, so that is one huge materia gotten. And I forget where the next one was going to be. What's next? Should we head for Fort Condor? Oh, okay, that's fair. Alright, we do actually have an ad break coming up momentarily. I'm going to go ahead and take this opportunity to run a few minutes of ads, get them out of the way for the rest of the stream, and I gotta take a bio break anyway, so it's kind of fitting. So yeah, I'll run a few minutes of ads, get them out of the way, and that way nobody misses anything. And yeah, when we get back, we shall go do Fort Condor and get the huge materia there, and hopefully the Phoenix materia as well. And then maybe eventually we can get back to the chocobo racing. That would actually be kind of a fun thing to do, because that's what our goal was for the night. But yeah, quick BRB. Alright, and we are back. Let me go ahead and turn off the BRB on the screen before I forget. And let's heck and go. Yeah, how dare the world be ending. Stupid Sephiroth being all Sephiroth-y and world-destroying-y. Beep beep cat. Beep beep boop. Beep back. Okay, so Fort Condor. I actually know where that is for the most part, I think. That's... never mind, I don't know where it is. Yeah, it is on the Eastern Continent, yeah. Now we just need BRB gaming. Yeah, being really bad gaming. I'm totally good at that. Okay. Can I not land in the brown area? I thought I could still land in that. Huh, apparently not. Yeah, this shouldn't give us any trouble, but just in case. No poop landing? I mean, when you phrase it like that, it sounds like it's a good thing. Because who wants to land in poop? Do we need healing? No, we're good. Yeah, let's just get right to it. The situation has changed. Looks like the enemy is set to attack. If we lose here, it's over. Our lives are in your hands. We're counting on you. Let's go. This is the deciding battle. The enemy numbers more than ever before. Let's give them all the gil we have. Oh! Okay, you give me back basically a refund. Okay, so... I'm not gonna bother with the catapult things anymore, because I really don't need them. Where can I set? Come on. There we go. Moves fast, sure. Okay. Okay, so I can't actually direct them until the thing actually starts. Yep, that's basically what Fort Condor is. It's a fairly simple one, all things considered. Yeah, get some attackers down so that we can move fast enough to get let us spawn deeper down below. We have so much money right now. Also, I don't know if there's actually like a limit to how many units you can have at one time or not. Yes. At the low speed, we can give everybody commands. We just want to make sure there's people as far below on the map as possible, because that little red line there is as far as we can spawn units, and that section moves down further. The further a unit is down, the further that line is. Actually, hold on. So beast beats beast. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Another attacker then. And yeah, technically there's supposed to be like a full-on like whole wave of enemy stuff like that. But if you can have the entire screen cleared at any given moment, you'll just instantly win no matter how many units are left in the opponent's reserve. So it's definitely advisable to just like send units as far and fast down as possible. I just realized the way you can further cheese this too. You just keep placing units down further and further. Okay, so now that you have a unit there, that is... You are Barbarian. Beats Barbarian, okay. Welcome in, Borax. How you doing tonight? Send everybody down. Let them do their thing. Can be destroyed. Oh. Instantaneously, another one to deal with. Enemy destroyed. Yeah, most people who haven't played the Hyrule Warriors game call it just a horde battling game, but they, especially since the definitive edition on Switch, are more directly active RTS style. I think that's kind of the same general way that, what was it, Brutal Legend was with Jack Black, which was not the gameplay a lot of people were expecting, so it kind of got bad reviews as a result. Oh, we got flyers now. So now we want to get some more shooters in play. Oh, I didn't mean to put you. Okay, fine. I do kind of wish there was a confirmation before it actually placed the unit down, but oh well. Yeah, there should have been so many more units, including like a commander unit, but we just completely annihilated them, so they never even get a chance to spawn, which is just such an amazing thing on this. You've lost more times you can count just by poorly managing your characters. Yeah, I can kind of believe that was a game like that, because especially like how many... So I know I've seen little bits of that game that I've seen people like stream and stuff like that, and yeah, there's kind of a lot going on at like any given moment. Like a matter of seconds wasted can lead to loss. And yeah, I know for me, like games that are like that tight with the decision making, I can't completely quite play, because my brain is just not really set up for like that level of multi-level management. Yes, we did it! That was wonderful! Thank you! I doubt Shinra will attack now. Egg. Whoosh. Oh no, the egg killed its mama. Age of Calamity was more difficult in terms of combat, but do you think the original is more difficult overall? Yeah, I've never played either one of those. I haven't played any of the, what they got? Any like the Hyrule Warriors or Dynasty Warriors? I've never played any of those games. That light just now. The condor. The egg. What? Would you go outside and see what it was? What, you two chicken? Received Phoenix Materia. Fly, burb, fly. Burb. The baby. Is that it? Is that all we do here? What other Final Fantasy have I played? Oh, good. Okay, let's go with the list. So, I played a tiny bit of the first one. I played through a little bit of 2. I played through a modest amount of 3, but honestly, that's kind of more just like loving up my character's stats for a while until I get kind of bored with the game itself. Because I know one of my biggest issues with 3, the very first time I played it, was I moved like one spot too far on the overworld. And I got into a fight with enemies that were doing like thousands of damage to me at a time, and I hadn't saved in like the previous hour. So at that point, I'm just like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this game. I've played 4. I've not legitimately beaten 4, but I've technically beaten 4. Because I had a cartridge that was basically purchased from a rental store that had gone out of business back when I was a kid. And one of the games my parents got for me, there was the Final Fantasy IV copy. There was a save file that was right at the end of the game, which I did use to actually like beat the game from that point. But I've actually never done a full, solid playthrough of Final Fantasy IV. I've played, beaten, and 100% of Final Fantasy V on the DS about, actually over a decade ago. Wow, that's been a long time. But yeah, I've basically fully completed Final Fantasy V. I think I did legitimately complete 6, but I don't have any real specific memories of it. I know I played the hell out of that game, though. I did like a lot of the side quests in that one. Obviously, I played 7. I've played through, and I think I beat 8. I don't have a lot of memories of 8 generally, but I do know I at least played through most of it, and I think I beat it. I played through and beat 9, played through and beat 10, never played 11, played through little bits of 12, and as we've discussed on your stream, the fact that I just cannot get past the audio quality of the voice acting. And it's not even like the voices themselves that's the issue, it's just the audio quality is just something I cannot deal with. The Wii is almost 20 years old. Yeah, the Wii is basically retro gaming at this point, which, yeah, I'll let an emote explain how that makes me feel. But, yeah, so I've not played 11. I played through a little bit of 12. I played through a little bit of 13, and that one, as I was mentioned on your stream, I just cannot stand the constant bickering and infighting amongst all like the main characters, so I just cannot play for that game. I wish I could play for the gameplay though, because the idea of being able to just like set up like basically set archetypes and kind of switch between them on the fly, that is an amazing concept to me, and I wish like that could have been attached to a game that was not attached to Final Fantasy 13 storyline. I mean, then obviously I played through a decent chunk of 14. I'm almost done with the Heavensward like post patch content, as I think it might be the phrasing for it. I played through part of 15. It wasn't really my cup of tea. The open world really didn't have a lot in it, so it didn't really keep me interest that way. I did play Final Fantasy 16 on stream when that came out. That was like, what, a year? How long has it been since 16 came out? Was that last year or a year before that? So I know I played that on stream. I got most of the stuff in it. Wait, is that what I'm talking about earlier? When Glass of Metopia came up? I already forgot what I said at this point. You'll have to remind me. 16 was 2... What is time? I swear, it feels like I just played 16 like 6 months ago. That's how recently it feels like. But yeah, I played 16 when that released. I did beat it. I didn't like 100% it. There was a decent bit of side content I kind of skipped on, because it just didn't really feel that worth it to me. Like, some of the story implications of the quests are good, but 16 was your stream debut game? Oh, nice. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it, because like the combat in 16, it felt smooth as hell. I actually, okay, at least for the first half of the game, I loved the combat. Unfortunately, it gets to a certain point where there's not really a lot that changes with the combat. So it kind of gets like the same after a while, and sure, you get like the other, quote, elements to work with, but because there's no actual elements coded in the game, it's just all visuals. And yeah, I already had my archetype with, I think it was Garuda, Ifrit, Ifrit / Phoenix, I think they're kind of the same slot. I think I used Titan as my third, so I basically had like the stagger build with Garuda, kind of like general damage and stagger with the Ifrit / Phoenix, and then just Titan for all my straight up damage. I did try to go with, what was it, the Odin one, or was it a different one? Yeah, whatever the final one at the end was. I tried to go through that a little bit, I just couldn't do it. Oh no, I think it was actually Bahamut. It was where you had like the special weapon ability. No, it was Odin, because you got the actual Zantetsuka as your weapon instead of the regular weapon. If I want someone to go through Final Fantasy 14 duties with, I need to get myself just like mentally. So the problem with me is that, at least for games I'm not streaming, my brain is like very hyper fixated on a single game at a time. And then the second it gets something else kind of in mind, it just swaps all of its attention to that. I would love to get back to 14, but just my brain is not in that direction right now, unfortunately. I do want to get back to it. And I swear I'm like maybe like 10, 15 quests away from finishing the post, or like all the patch content of Heavensward. I'm done with the main story part of it. That part's good. It's all like the post-game stuff like that. What's the game that has a sponsorship quest? Yeah, I know that was one of the comments or quests you were kind of commenting on in your stream the other day. And yeah, it seems like a lot of that game is just kind of unnecessary, which is unfortunate. I still have the fact that it's like a job / class system, which is like the primary reason I would play it at some point. And I'm still not sure if I'm going to play it on here or not, but I'm still kind of thinking about it. I also don't know when I played either. But yeah, so that's my list of all the mainline Final Fantasies that I've actually gone through. Now, as far as non-mainline, I've played Final Fantasy Legends, the first one. I think I did pick up Legends 2, but I don't know, I just couldn't get in that for some reason. I played like half an hour, then I was kind of done. Mystic Quest, which is, even though it's technically an easy game, it's still one of my favorites, just because of the fact that it's also kind of like Metroidvania-y, which is pretty fucking cool. I played well, I did Crisis Core on stream a while back, the remake of that one. I did, what's the one with Vincent? What was the one with Vincent that was like the FPS style almost? Not quite first person, but it was like, more like a shooter, like a Devil May Cry kind of thing. I can't think of what it was called. Dirge of Cerberus, that's what it was. Yeah, I played Dirge of Cerberus. I kind of got myself soft locked because I kind of ran out of money at the start of one of the chapters. I couldn't get any more, and I kind of couldn't get any resources. I would love to see that game get remade. Get some more like modern day quality of life stuff. Give it like mouse and keyboard controls. If Dirge of Cerberus comes out with an official like PC version, I would buy that in a heartbeat. I might even stream it. But it needs to come out. I would love to see Dirge of Cerberus get remade. Yeah, you just an enemy with over 4,000 health in its existence? Good heckin' job. Yeah, I like the idea of Dirge servers. Just a lot of the execution, just I don't know. It just I mean, again, for me, trying to aim like with first-person style gameplay with controllers just never worked for me, as I've mentioned, I think like 18,000 times at this point. But yeah, and then so I played a little bit of Type 0. I just got so confused by the story, and I couldn't get invested in any of the characters or anything like that. So I never really got very far with that one. Tactics is the best Final Fantasy game, straight up, bar none. Final Fantasy Tactics, #1 Final Fantasy game. I will not be convinced otherwise. Typo is trash. I can kind of see what I saw what the intent of the game was. It just didn't work for me personally. That's kind of how I came to look at it. But yeah, and then so what else have I played? I have played Tactics Advance. I don't think I played Tactics Advance 2. I think I only played the first one. Yeah, I am looking forward to the Final Fantasy Tactics remake. That's another game I might stream, but I don't know for sure if I will or not, because I'll admit, the way I play Final Fantasy Tactics is not the most exciting way to play, because I am the type that will actually, I'll do like the attacking your own party members and healing your party members constantly to build up like experience and job points. Hopefully they have a better means of accruing job points beyond just doing that in the remake. I don't know if that's gonna be like one of the new features or not, but yeah, that's another one that I am definitely looking forward to. Now I'm trying to think if there's any others. There's probably like several more like side games I haven't thought of that I've played, but yeah, I've played quite a few Final Fantasy games. I'll definitely say that much. You have no background to give an opinion. I mean, you can give an opinion which game looks the fanciest. Actually, does talking to that guy there give us anything? Do we get a refund on the units we still left over? I didn't mean to look up there. No more egg. Gone. Be sure and report to my father too. Okay, I would have missed that otherwise. I'm glad I talked to you. Everyone, thanks. I really mean it. Thanks. Although there isn't anything we can give you, we'll make sure you can stop in and stay anytime. So be sure to drop by. Yes, and there's one thing I forgot to tell you. Yay, huge material, let's go. Huh? What's this? Yeah, you only seen 7, and whichever one has a Cup Noodles quest. That would be Final Fantasy 15. Which... 15... I don't know. One of the big things I had against 15 was when, like, the big event happens when the castle is basically attacked and kind of basically ransacked. And it all happens off screen. You literally just find out about it by reading the newspaper the next day. I appreciate the fact that it actually just stays in the perspective of the characters you're playing rather than showing you things that those characters are not supposed to know. I do respect that. It just makes it a lot less exciting from like a cinematic perspective. And just the rest of the game is kind of, it's a pretty okay game, I would say, overall. I wouldn't call it lazy game design necessarily. It's just, it was a decision they made for storytelling. I get where they were going with it. I just don't think it worked for the medium that they were operating in. I think it's probably like the best way I can phrase that, honestly. Damn, man, it's huge materia. The truth is, this is the materia inside the reactor. What the hell do we fight for? We weren't protecting the reactor. We were protecting the Condor. When that reactor was built, they forced us to help. That's how we knew what was inside the reactor. I knew this day would come. So after the Shinra left, I snuck in and took the materia. I didn't mean to fool you, but I guess that's how it ended up. I'm really sorry. Just forget about it. Anyway, we're still alive. I see. If you put it that way, we're really grateful. So the last huge materia that Shinra's after is in the underwater reactor in Junon? We gotta get there first and beat him no matter what. But you know, Shinra's probably on high alert since we always mess with him. How about we take a break and go see that little fella for a bit? You must mean Cloud. Yeah, I'm worried about Tifa. She may have collapsed taking care of the guy. I can't settle on Sid's voice for some reason. How about checking in on him? Down to Medeal. Okay, so I think now we're actually gonna get to get Cloud back, and then we can actually do the Gold Saucer stuff. Actually, I guess we could try to sneak in with Sid. I don't know, given the fact that we couldn't with Tifa, I'm guessing we can't here either. Yeah, you like 15 conceptually, but the fact you have to watch the company movie to truly understand everything irks you. Yeah, that was one of the things that kind of got me just in general, because there was like there was the movie that came beforehand, and wasn't there like an anime or like a manga alongside of that as well that you kind of need to read, get more background? There was like so much other side media with that game that, yeah, I mean, the story in the game itself was fine. That's the thing. The entirety of Final Fantasy 15 can be described with just the word fine. Not great, not bad, not good, just fine. It's a game. If you don't, I will say one thing that does amuse me. Well, this is both kind of a good and bad thing with the way that game works, is that you actually, when you get your experience from combat, you don't actively get that experience immediately. It just goes into like a little pool that kind of slowly builds up over time. And then when you go to rest, either at like a campsite or an inn or something like that, then you actually get those experience points basically built into the character. You can level up that way. And there was one spot, it was like a super fancy like port restaurant / inn kind of thing, where you got like I think like a ×2 or ×3 experience bonus. I spent, I think it was like 3 or 4 hours farming all like the high XP monsters and quests and stuff like that. Built it all up. The time it took to go from where I started, which I think was like level 5 or 10, something like that, up into level, well, okay, I'll say this first. I started at like 5 or 10. The level up timer went for I think like 10 or 15 minutes. I think it was that long. And I ended up at level like 43. So it is kind of fun to see the number just like go massively that much bigger without having to like do anything really extra. So that part was kind of fun. I had a video of that on my phone for a while. I don't know if it's still there, if I like lost it at some point. There was also another segment about Noxus's father. I don't know if that one on hand. Although there was also a mobile game for Final Fantasy 15. It was basically like a kind of generic like city builder kind of thing. And that was probably like one of the most trash or mobile games I've ever played of that genre, because there was so much of it that was obviously like pay to get everything instantly. And it's like the first 6 or 7 levels of like your city take like maybe a few minutes to up to like maybe an hour at most to build. And then from level 7 to 8, it takes a day and a half to get one level. And you can't build anything else in the meantime for like upgrades or anything like that. You have to do just a single upgrade at a time. And the part that made me like just quit the game immediately was that there was at one point within, I think it was like 3 days in, I started getting like constant attacks from one other player for just absolutely no reason. I didn't have anywhere enough resources to actually make it worthwhile. And I even sent the person a message saying, hey, can you please stop attacking? I'm still trying to get like into the game itself. This is not really helping me. And I don't remember the exact wording of their message back, because they actually did respond, but it was basically along the lines of, become a paying member of this game or I'm going to keep attacking you constantly. And yeah, at that point I'm just like, you know what, just F you, I'm out. And I just uninstalled the game and I never looked back since. I think that game was like taken down like half a year later. It was just bad. Yeah, you remember they tried to release a small multiplayer game version? Like Monster Hunter-ish? Or like Final Fantasy? I have a super vague recollection of that, but I don't remember any like details of it. Yeah, if you can like happen to remember the name of that, I'd be kind of curious to look into that. So I do kind of appreciate the Monster Hunter like gameplay loop. I kind of have my own things about like the Monster Hunter, well, certain games at this point, but yeah, you don't know about the MMO of it. Yeah, I don't. It sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah, it was 15. You picked a weapon, and yeah, it was based on 15. They also made a full chibi version. I do kind of remember that. Wasn't that like another like a more official mobile port version or something? So you could like play it on the go, something like that. Final Fantasy Comrades? Hold up. 15 Comrades. Multiplayer Comrades. No, wait. Yeah, Final Fantasy Wiki. Is a downloadable expansion for Final Fantasy 15. It adds cooperative multiplayer to the game and allows players to create a customizable avatar and take on quests with up to 3 other players online. It starts 6 months after Chapter 13 of the main game. The goal is to collect meteor shards to power up power stations to provide electricity to other areas. The players progress as they connect the power line and along the way unlock perks for their characters. By completing quests, players get items to upgrade their weapons. They can rescue NPCs, have them settle in town. Settle in town? Is that an NPC to be the town leader? Okay, that's actually kind of intriguing to me, honestly. Yeah, this stream is nothing but tangents sometimes, and I'm all on board for this one right now. Yeah, have them settle into town. The expansion was originally set to release on October 31st, 2017, but was delayed till November to give the team more time to optimize the experience. Online test for Season Pass owners, oh god, Season Passes, was available between August 3rd through 8th. The expansion is available to play for just single player when the player doesn't have an Xbox Gold or PS Plus account. Comrades is available as part of the Season Pass or a standalone DLC for $20. It is included in the Windows and Royal editions. That's good to know. And the former featuring cross-platform co-op with Xbox One players when purchased through Microsoft Store. Final Fantasy 15 Comrades was revealed to become a standalone game. Wait. So it was both an expansion and a separate game? I might need to try to look into more of this later, because if that is actually still a thing and it's still like active, I might maybe look into that and be kind of curious about it. I don't know if it would still be up at this point, especially not like the online portion of it, because I'm sure they probably gave up on that ages ago. You don't think that's how that works? I mean, I'm curious. That's all I can really say about that at this point. Okay, we have another kind of big story section coming up here. I did not mean to save down their game. Also, how many slots do I have in each? Okay, it's only 15. So it kind of mimics the original PlayStation memory cards then. We have 15 blocks. Was that meteor? Yes. That is in fact the meteor that's coming down to try to destroy the planet. That's the little pink ball up there. Isn't it pretty? Can I go backward at all? I don't think I can go backward. Ah, damn. Yeah, it was funny, like Monster Hunter. Don't know if it's still up or not. Yeah, I'm definitely curious about it. Especially if it's like its own standalone game. Assuming it's like maybe a cheaper price at this point. So just Majora's Mask moment? Kinda, yeah. It's just a visual representation to let you know, hey, stuff's getting real. We haven't been in here yet. Dog. I got a feeling something bad's gonna happen. Is everything gonna be okay? I'm alright. I've lived a long, full life. But I'm worried about my son and his family living in that far-off town. I hope they're safe. Ooh, elixir. Wait a minute. Did you just take something? You know what? Let's just be honest. Yeah, I took it, old man. Hey, I wasn't trying to be an asshole, Sid. Please. Hey, it's mine now, and I'll make good use of it, believe you me. What an oddball. We'll let him use it. Hey, thanks. It'll help, Pops. Okay, I was not expecting that little scene there. Wait, is this a shop too? Oh, hello. Why is there choke? I mean, I guess I know why there's chocobo music, but why is there chocobo music? Yeah, Final Fantasy VII came out before Majora's Mask, so Majora's Mask is a Final Fantasy VII moment. But I am now lost in the meme. Okay, interesting to get potentially these. But just for the sake of it, let's get one of each. We'll at least have them in our inventory. Yeah, the imminent demise is still imminent. Yeah, I don't think it's... Actually, there was still the key up there. Can we get that now? I don't know if we can or not, but I want to try. You're joking? Okay, yeah, because... Oh, does this... Oh, the hell's this? Looks like a key, but it's stuck way down inside, and I can't get it out. Well, what the hell? That's life. Dang nabbit, I want the key. Give me the dang key. I don't even know what the key is for, but I want it. It's amazing he recovered. When they carried him here after they first discovered him, I thought for sure he was a goner. That boy must have one powerful guardian angel watching over him. Also, send the barrels. This way just gets me out of town, right? Yeah, it just maybe leaves town. Sid, there's something called personal space. I don't think you know what it is yet. It's no use. I don't understand a thing, Cloud. What should I do? What if you never recover for the rest of your life? Yeah. Coming. They're coming. What'd you say, Cloud? Damn. What the hell's going on? Oh no. It's... What's this? The live stream is gushing up from below the surface of the Earth. Damn, this is bad. Sid? What's wrong? Nothing. You and Cloud get inside quick. I mean, Cloud's already inside. But Hey, don't worry about a thing. I ain't about to die that easily. Be careful. Okay, here I go. Watch this. Damn, that fucking weapon. Of all the times to show up. Okay then, come on, you bitch. Well, asking you shall receive. Time to get absolutely murdered. We gonna die. Actually, that was kind of reasonable damage. Is this fight actually winnable? Well, quote-unquote winnable. That wasn't a lot of damage. Yeah, we're actually doing okay damage. Maybe we actually can win this. Let's ace everybody then. Sure, let's do big guard. Get everybody a little bit more protected. Oh, red. Oh, yeah, red's dead. Oh my god. I did not defend. Dang, nabbit. Oh, that's the fight. Okay. Yeah, some boxes are like that. Some of them are just very shy. Also, apparently barrier does not, like, refill when you try to do it again. Interesting. Oh my god, he killed Red! You bastard! You pissant! You're trying to escape! And welcome on in, Gecko. How you doing tonight?
Drink from the fire.
I actually need that because my throat's getting a little sore from all the voicing. Ah! Thank you for the hydrate. Damn, man. Just a little bit more and I would have smashed him. Drink the sadness away. I was gonna say words to live by, but there are certain connotations where that doesn't quite work. It looks like the live stream has settled it as well. Damn, you gotta be kidding. This is bad. The mainstream is kicking up. Something way bigger than that last one is on its way. No good. Get out of here. But what about Tifa and Cloud? God damn it. Don't have time to worry about anyone other than yourself. Don't know when that stream will blow. Whoa! There's no time. Hurry. Everybody panic. Ah! Tifa, Cloud, get out of here. How's Sid's gaming going? He hasn't died yet, so that's a plus. Oh god, the tremors are getting worse. Wait a minute, Cloud. Doctor, should we move him somewhere? Might be safer to move to an open area. Don't you worry about a thing, Cloud. I'll see to it that you get somewhere safe. I like how the wheel's already spinning. No, the structure can't take it. Hurry. Yes. Ready, Cloud? We're leaving now. Doctor's a little way too casual. I mean, when you know there's a big, like, almost planet-sized meteor that's going to be coming and destroying the world anyway, what else can really surprise you at that point? Oh, no. Oh, dear. Blub, blub, blub. Spin. Yeah, live stream, live on stream. She no longer spin. Where am I? What's happening? It is a mystery. Where's Cloud? Cloud, where are you? Huh? What? Who? Who is it? I can't hear. Wait a minute. I know nothing about that. No, it's not me. I'd never do anything like that. No, stop it! Stay back! Somebody, help! Please! Cloud? Cloud! Cloud! Cloud, help me! Yeah! I imagine that's what a panic attack feels like. Oh my god, so many clouds. Where am I? Cloud? What is it, Cloud? What is this? Is this the inside of your dreams? Or is it your subconscious? You're searching, aren't you, Cloud? Searching for yourself. Enjoy your BRB. I can help too. We'll work together to try and get the real you back. But where do we start? Let's try the well first. That starry night at the well. The promise we made then. What if that... Wait, is that Cloud or Tifa talking? What if that memory was all a lie? A sealed up secret wish. Tender feelings that no one can ever know. You think it's all Tifa talking? This is why they need nameplates. That's all I'm saying. The gates of Nibelheim. 5 years ago, Sephiroth passed through these gates. And that's how it all started. It connects to Nibelheim? That's right. It's probably best to start from there. Okay, same text. Let's go have a look, Cloud. I know it's not easy. I'll be here for you. Cloud, look. Here's the well. And that's Gramps' inn, too. The only truck in town. It's been here since we were little kids, right? I kind of wonder how they'll handle this part in the remake, since technically Tifa already experienced something similar in Rebirth. I mean, I know she experienced it, like, kind of locally in hers. I forget what she, like, specifically went through next. I know she, like, got eaten by, like, a materia creature. And the materia creature was kind of, like, interacting with, like, another, like, anti-materia creature-ish. That's kind of all I remember of that section. But yeah, I don't think she had anything, like, that was as vivid as this. So I think this might be a fairly new experience for her, too. Or maybe it's the way that... Maybe that's kind of how they're explaining how she can, like, survive in this section of being in the live stream. Because she's already technically been in it before, so she's been, like, previously exposed. Maybe that's what that segment was supposed to be. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in Rebirth that kind of went over my head, since I'm not necessarily great with, like, abstract concepts. And, yeah, hopefully they're a lot more clear about things in the next part. This is the Nibelheim you remember, right? It's the same as my Nibelheim. That's why this is our Nibelheim. Yeah, they added a lot more. Yeah, so my understanding was that a lot of the stuff they added on was actually they originally wanted it in the original Final Fantasy VII, but there just wasn't enough, like, space on the disc or time to be able to actually, like, put them in, is my understanding. And I think they also added in some stuff that came, like, after the main game was released, so some, like, little side and kind of like or just, I guess, like, outside of the game media content. I don't remember what the proper term for it is. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff they added to the Rebirth/remake games from, like, the side stuff that had come out afterwards. Wasn't also, like, a manga or something about Final Fantasy VII? There was something else that came out, like, media-wise as well. There was actually, like, storytelling, but I forget what it was. Yeah, remember she also visited Nibelheim in that sequence? And yeah, maybe they'll leverage that past experience somehow. I'm kind of hoping they do, and... I don't know, I'm also kind of mixed on whether or not I want them to try to build on the whole, like, you know, Tifa having the scar from the original experience and Cloud trying to ask about it. I don't know if they're going to try to build on that little piece of lore anymore, because it felt, like, awkward and out of place when they put it into me. So hopefully they either just, like, kind of drop it entirely, or they actually give, like, a proper explanation to why that's even, like, an important thing. There's a Final Fantasy VII manga. I think there is, but I don't really recall. I do remember watching a video about, like, all the, like, a bunch of history on Final Fantasy VII and how all the media stuff turned out, but that was so long ago I've already forgotten a lot of the details of it. "5 years ago, 2 men from Soldier came. Sephiroth and a young and vibrant soldier. Can you tell me again what happened?" "How does it feel? 5 years ago, I saw the real Sephiroth for the very first time. So how does it feel? I wouldn't know because I don't have a hometown." How about your parents?" "So this is the great Sephiroth? But to tell the truth, I thought he was very cold." "What does it matter? Alright, let's go. I remember a foreboding about him. The two clouds merge into one. "No, Cloud. I've been hiding it for some time, afraid that if I told you, something terrible might happen. But I'm not gonna hide anything anymore. You weren't here. Cloud did not come to Nibelheim 5 years ago. I waited, but Cloud never came. The two that were ordered here were Sephiroth and then another person. All right, let's go." You mean that member of Soldier who came with Sephiroth wasn't Cloud? There's nothing I can say. You must find the answer yourself. If you can't, then... take your time, Cloud. Slowly. Little by little, okay? That starry night at the well, and our promises. What if the memory was all just a lie? I think that's actually Cloud speaking in that section there. Because it does like, specifically differentiate Tifa after the fact. Don't hurry, Cloud. Don't answer too quickly. Just keep checking all those small emotions and it'll come back. Slowly. Little by little. Right, like the sky that night. The heavens were filled with stars. From the beginning, okay? Try and remember, Cloud. I was wearing these clothes. That's you, too. You were so small then. And cute. Sephiroth once said, Cloud made up his memories by listening to my stories. Did you imagine this guy? No. You remembered it. That night, the stars were gorgeous. It was just Cloud and I. We talked at the well. That's why I kept thinking you were the real Cloud. I still believe you're the Cloud from Nibelheim. But you don't believe in yourself. These memories aren't enough. Cloud, what about your other memories? No, not memories. A memory is just something that is consciously recalled, right? That's why sometimes it can be mistaken or wrong. It's so different from a memory locked deep within your heart. That's why it must be a fake. If you could recall up that memory. That's it. What about some memory that has to do with me? If I say something, you can't remember it. But if you say something, and I remember it too, then we'll know that's a memory. Talk to me. About anything. Some important memory to you. Now that you mention it, why did you want to join Soldier in the first place? I always thought it was a sudden decision. I was devastated. I wanted to be noticed. I thought if I got stronger, someone would notice. I looked in your drawers. No, Cloud. Wow. Cloud just has an existential crisis for the finale of the game. You're not wrong. Someone to notice you? Who? Who? You know who. You. That's who. Tifa, who did you want to notice you? Cut Senpai. Wow. Welcome on and catch it down. How you doing tonight? Me? Why? Tifa, did you forget about those days? Look, I'm sorry, but what are you talking about? No, it's alright. You were having a hard time back then. You were so busy with your own things, it's only natural you don't remember me then. Then? It's important to me. I hate to say it, but it's a very important memory. Do you want to see it? Come on, hurry. A sealed up secret wish. Tender memories. No one can ever know. Do you know where this window goes to, Tifa? Fine. I'll go. My room? It was my first time there. Was it? I only used to look up at it from outside. Hey, look! Cloud's coming! You think he wants to come in? Was that the first day you came into my room? That's right. We lived next to each other. But I really didn't know you that well. I've known you since we were children and always thought we were close. Now that you mention it, I don't recall you ever being in my room. Tifa always used to have her own group. That's right. I thought they were all stupid. What? You were all childish, laughing at every little stupid thing. But we were children then. I know. I was the stupid one. I really wanted to play with everyone, but you never let me in the group. Then later, I started thinking I was different. I was different from those immature kids. But then, maybe... just maybe, they would invite me in. I thought that might happen, so I hung around. I was so prejudiced and weak. That night, I asked Tifa to come out to the well. I thought to myself, Tifa would never come. That she hated me. It was so sudden. I was a bit surprised. But it's true we weren't that close, but after you left town, I really thought about you a lot. I used to wonder how Cloud was doing. Wondered if you were able to get into Soldier. I started reading the newspapers, thinking I might see an article about you. Thanks, Tifa. Tell him what you told me. Later. He'll probably be so happy. One gift you sent me is coming to mind? I forget which one that was. There's already been, like, quite a few you sent me already. Okay. Huh? What happened on this day? Was it a special day? This was the day. Tifa's mother. The day Mom died. I want to see Mom. I wonder if there's anything beyond that mountain. Mount Nibel is scary. Many people have died there. No one crosses that mountain alive. How about those that died? Did Mama pass through these mountains? I'm going. And, well, of course, one of them chickens out. That's a gorgeous OSHA safety-approved bridge. Surely nothing will go wrong. Baby Cloud. I don't remember the path I walked. Tifa missed her step. I ran to her, but didn't make it in time. We both fell off the cliff. Back then, I only scarred my knees, but... Cloud! Why'd you bring Tifa to a place like this? What the hell's the matter with you? What if she dies? Tifa was in a coma for 7 days. We all thought she wouldn't make it. Only I could have saved her. I was so angry at myself for my weakness. Ever since then, I felt Tifa blamed me. I went out of control. I'd get into fights with anyone. That was the first time I heard about Sephiroth. I thought if I were strong like Sephiroth, then... if I could just get stronger, then even Tifa would have to notice me. So, that was it? Sorry, Cloud. If I'd only remembered more clearly what happened, I could have done something sooner. It's not your fault, Tifa. But I remember back when we were 8. That's it! Now I know! You were created 5 years ago. My childhood memories weren't all made up. Hang in there, Cloud. Just a little longer. You've almost found the real you. Oh, Pub Gaming, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. And welcome in to the Ketchup Cafe, where all of our snacks and beverages are served with a complimentary cup of ketchup. I'll be doing fantastic tonight. Let's go back to Nibelheim again. Power-up noises? A new challenger approaches. And the truth is right there. We almost have the answer right in the palm of our hands. How to evolve a cute kitty? Oh, heck. I was called cutie by a cutie. What have I done to deserve such an honor? Cloud, wait. Where are you going? The reactor? You're not cute, you're just a pup? I see the true you. I see the cuteness within you. And it is overbounding. To the reactor. The Mako reactor of 5 years ago. You are Bean, TM. Hey, it's Cloud. That ain't Cloud. Zach. You remembered. That's right. It was Zach who came to Nibelheim with Sephiroth. Then, where were you, Cloud? Cloud, did you see it all? You know what redeem you're saving for? Yeah, I forget some of my own redeems. Who are you? Mom, Tifa, my town. Give it back. I had so much respect for you. I admired you. Ah, yes, the beans. Cloud? That's what happened. You were there. You were watching me. Yeah, I remember. So it was you. Hey, Cloud. If you're feeling sick, why don't you take that mask off? Yeah. Yeah, this is me. I never made it as a member of Soldier. I even left my hometown telling everyone I was going to join, but I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to see anybody. To do the names are hard just to hear me butcher your name at will. I didn't figure out how I would even like how I would start with that, because I do try to do something different for every time it's redeemed as well. You came. You kept your promise. So you really did come when I was in trouble. Sorry I didn't get there sooner. It's all right, Cloud. Just like you. If I just referred to you differently each time? That was kind of one of the original ideas for that redeem, but I eventually realized my brain doesn't have enough mental resources to be able to like keep that up for too long. Fair enough. Cloud, kill Sephiroth. Yeah, look at him just lounging about like he's on vacation. Sephiroth. Don't push it. That would have to hurt like hell. It can't be. You just end up being cauliflower or something? I think I might have one idea already. Cloud with a 10 out of 10 yeet. Cloud. Then This is goodbye, Tifa. Until we meet again. Hmm? Oh my gosh, look at those beans. They are just so beans. Bean, McBinity, bean. The beans. That is not a fun sound on headphones, just saying. Oh no, Cloud has tinnitus. The horror! Cloud! Tifa. Oh, Cloud! It's really you, isn't it? Yeah, Tifa. We finally meet again. You stupid jerk! You had us all worried sick. Ugh. Cloud? Are you alright? A voice. There. I see. We're in the live stream, aren't we? Well, you know what, pup? Since you apparently missed it the first time, let's I can do it again. Oh wait, never mind. It's on cooldown. I forgot I had it on cooldown. Dag nabbit. No, I'll say stick around for another few minutes, and then you might be able to get a second chance. Everyone's waiting. Let's go back, Cloud. Back to everyone. Yeah, I guess so. Come on, Tifa. Let's go home. You made a valiant effort, Caltrix. Yo, you alright? Tifa! Barret, you came back. Cloud, where is he?
Don't worry about him. He's a tough one.
Barret, when I was in the live stream, I saw the real Cloud. I mean, I didn't really find him. Cloud, he found himself.
Alright, I know. I shouldn't have doubted. But I can't win against you. You're some kind of lady.
People have so many things pent up inside of themselves. So many things they can never forget. Strange, isn't it?
Yo, Tifa! Snap out of it! Tifa!
Everyone, I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything, Cloud. All you've been doing is apologizing. It's like you're Canadian or something.
I never was in Soldier. I made up the story about what happened 5 years ago and my being in Soldier. I left my village looking for glory, but never made it into Soldier. I was so ashamed of being so weak. Then I heard the story from my friend Zach, and I created an illusion of myself made up of what I'd seen in my life. My streamer friend is Canadian. Wow. and I continued to play the charade as if it were true. Illusion, huh? Pretty damn strong for an illusion. Physically, I'm built like someone in Soldier. Soldier's plan to clone Sephiroth wasn't that difficult. It was just the same procedure they use when creating members of Soldier. You see, someone in Soldier isn't simply exposed to Mako energy. Their bodies are actually injected with Genova cells. Mentally, he babby. For better or worse, only the strong can enter Soldier. It has nothing to do with the Genova reunion. But weak people, like me, get lost in the whole thing. The combination of Genova cells, Sephiroth's strong will, and my own weakness are what created me. Everyone knew that. I'm Cloud. The master of my own illusionary world. But I can't remain trapped in an illusion anymore. I'm gonna live my life without pretending. You're sure messed up, Cloud. Tifa! Where did that come from? That means he ain't no different from before. By the way, Cloud, what are you gonna do now? You like how stream title is almost completely irrelevant? Yeah, it's all because of just one little story thing that the game just won't let us have. It's just, yeah, I tried, I swear. Don't tell me you're gonna leave the ship. I'm the reason why Meteor is falling towards us. That's why I have to do everything in my power to fight this thing. Good. Then you're gonna keep fighting to save the planet? It's like you always told me, Barrett. Oh, you mean that? What? I don't understand. There ain't no getting off this train. Oh. Hello? Cloud, I was deeply moved by your story. I'm really a weak person, so I could really understand how you feel, Cloud. Choo-choo or something. No one knows when fighting will begin, but let's get ready. Yay, we got the crew back together and Red is still dead. We should resolve that. Listen, Cloud, we're right in the middle of the mission for the huge materia, right? I know this is kinda out of the blue, but Junon has an underwater reactor. As far as I can see, that's the only one left. That's that. Let's go. Okay, I assume, yeah, okay. So first I need to unequip everything from, oh, right, she starts with throw. I forgot about that. Oh, there's Sid, okay. Alright, so... Actually, let me double check your basic equipment. Actually, we never got the new sword. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of the infinite amount of slots, so I think we'll stick with that. Cloud, your story was so moving. I'm weak, like super pathetic, a total loser. Like you. I relate to your story so much. Oh, the heckin' mood. Alright, so I want to give you at least restore... Not that one. Actually, hold on. Arrange. Also, yeah, you are definitely getting Ultima. Actually, you know what? Ultima and MP Turbo, because why not? And then that's a good all. And then we will get to restore. Yeah, the good restore. The beans are back. Pup Gaming, let me know when you're available for the thing. Oh god, we got so much stuff. I don't know what to even like get with them now. Yep, and that's why I made the quick call to comment. Do I have anything I can really, like, combine with, No, it doesn't really look like it. I've added Cub, but that's not really gonna do anything after Common or Ultima. You all ready? Okay. Prepare
for the thing as soon as I get it prepped up here. In 3, 2, 1. It's bean time. Enjoy the beans. Here are some beans. These beans are free. Beans, beans, beans. I take no. Hey, no capturing the beans. The beans must remain free. No one can imprison them. I want to combine something with combat, but there's just nothing really worth combining with. There's no element for it either. Yeah, the only support we have right now is just added cut. I mean, technically paid the points? I mean, true. Well, okay, you get a second, you get a free second set of beans. No capture beans, lick beans, you mean what? I mean, there is like cleaning licking, which is, I guess acceptable. Okay, so I do want to give you that at least. I do want to give you at least one summon. Actually, Neo Bahamut. Since you are like the main magic person, it definitely makes sense. We'll give you Choco Mog as well. Give you back some of the base stuff. Also, steel. You need steel. So the added cut would appear after the morph, I think. So that actually wouldn't really help with that. I could technically give you throw. I don't think I want to, though. You did it for Pup, not you. You still got free beans regardless. Just because that's pretty close to level up, we'll give him the fire. I realize how close that was to leveling up, too. Holy crap. Yeah, we need somebody with revive. Do I want any of these? Actually, let's do Kujata because like the all element thing. That seems good. You know, just for the lulls, let's give you long range. I love how much more MP. Why do you have only 1600 HP? You had so much before. Hold on, what did... MP 2%, 7%, 12%, 22%. Okay, that explains what happened to all your HP. You are literally down more than a quarter of your HP. Okay, I need to actually do all the math here. Hold up. So 2, 7, 12, 22, 24, 26, 36, 41, 46. He's almost half of his max HP right now. I was not expecting that. Oh my god. Anyway, so let's go ahead and revive Red. There we go. That should be good. Then let's at least get ourselves ready for proper burbing. Learner pilot. Just want to go? I love how casual he is now. But yeah, let us go ahead and get ourselves near the gold saucer so that when we come back on Tuesday, we can actually do the burb stream. And so Corel should be right up about here. Yeah. Chocobo next time. Also, I forgot that you can actually change the world map by pressing the start button on here. I'm gonna forget that in like 5 minutes, but it's good to know. Alright, so we'll save on this file. And then, yeah, with that, let's get ready to call it a stream. Let's go see who we can heckin' raid. Who is doing the quote-unquote things? I feel like I haven't raided you in like forever. I actually don't remember the last time it's been since we raided Sen. So let's go raid Sen. He's in the middle of doing some art right now. I don't know if he's doing like one of his like hour-long like redeem things or just like an actual proper art piece. But let's go say hi to Sen. Sen is such a good heckin' bean. Get the name copied. Chocobo, 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 Chocobo. I know there's like an actual like Chocobo song with like lyrics that somebody made, but I don't remember what those lyrics are. But yeah, let's go raid Sen. Yeah, I might need to make a note about the free beans. A note about the free beans? My brain is farted as to what you are referring to with that one. But yeah, I was while I try to think of a raid message, I'll say thank you all so much for stopping by and hanging out and doing all like the shenanigans with me. And yeah, we didn't get any burb time. Well, we got a little bit of burb time technically, but yeah, we'll go full on burb on Tuesday when we do the choco stuff. Yeah, just so we remember. You said I have free beans. I mean, okay, so the second beans that I did for Pup Gaming was also for basically kind of everybody. So that was already your free beans. So you had the one that you paid for, and then you had the second set of beans that was completely free on your side. So that was your free beans. Okay, then raid message. How about this? Yeah, if you don't have my emote too, feel free to use any other like clap emote or any kind of like, like slightly happy kind of style emote. But yeah, this will be our raid message for the night. And yeah, so I'll see you all tomorrow. I still don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I hadn't actually really thought about it. I might do a Steam library tour, maybe Final Fantasy 7. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll mention in the Discord if anybody... Actually, yeah, Discord if anybody wants to join it real quick. There's the link. And then, yeah, we're about to raid out. So with that, I will see you all tomorrow for something at 8 p.m. And... Oh, cat meme.